lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
Hey, what's up, brother? I don't know how to. I don't know how to come out of that. Straight up, or we should do a countdown after it, or what the hell? Anyway, aquí estamos.
Yeah.
Oh, we got people in the comments already. A ver.
Yeah.
Matt,
What's up, brother?
People first. What's up, bro? What's happening? Paulo Carlos Zamora, EJG, Jersey.
Got notification this time. That's what's up.
Gustavo, David Hens, Cubo. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Chopper. There it is.
Hey, yep. Here I am.
Let's see.
Heard you had a big night last night.
Yeah, I ended up finally telling the story.
The story of the grill.
Yeah, I had the. I mean, I didn't know how to. You know what I'm saying? Do it. People kept asking. People wondered. I mean, I knew I had to. I mean, eventually that's what it's my story, bro. So
yeah,
I had to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do no video on it. You know what I'm saying? It was just more about just rapping to people. And last night, there was a bunch of gente, and we were kind of already like out of shit to talk about. And someone asked a question. Roboto actually said, he was like, "Man, I heard that the reason why was because I was gonna go after your family or something like that." And it was just the time, it was a perfect opportunity. So I'm like, let's roll. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what happened.
What's up?
And so, yeah, that's what we ended up doing last night. Chopper with the lista, Matt. Chopper straight energized off that power nap he just took.
I've been up all day. No, I haven't. I went to work this morning, worked 5 hours, came back, took a shower, and crashed out till about 1 o'clock.
That when I called you, couldn't get a hold of you?
Yeah, I was laid out.
Is it cold where you guys are at? Not yet. I mean, it's getting chilly in the evenings and early mornings, but not cold yet. Is it cold over there, bro?
It's starting to get it. It's been raining a lot. I washed my Jeep, and then it rains like 2 hours later. It's sunny and shit. Wash the Jeep, and then it rains.
Yeah. Max Zuniga, que pao, Khalifa's all right, bro. How you doing, Naomi? Naomi Blason. Hello, Cricket. Good evening. What's up, boss lady? Okay, here we are. Was out and about last night, but here today. Did listen this morning. The story was fire. Cuba Bros. Yeah, Bobby B disappeared on us last night. He was here in the beginning, and we didn't hear of him about no more.
Out on being a callejero.
Yeah. Jersey. Yeah, ya saben, Jersey. EJG. Yeah, bro. I know. I felt it too, bro. You know what I mean? It's a tough story to tell, bro, because it was like the shattering of my of everything that I had believed in up until that point. You know what I mean? And I was a trooper, bro. I was an absolute trooper. I was with it. Um, I was with it 100%. I wasn't one of them ones that got on the street and disappeared. I kept in contact and handled the business. I was there for it. Um, I kept getting locked up on bullshit, just what they would try to get, and I was with it. And yeah, it was so like you said, I felt that shit too, man. That was like crushing, but eye opening. I realized that it that's what it is. It is what it is, and nothing was gonna change that. It don't matter how with it we are, how loyal, how much work, how all that shit that everybody thinks what makes a good carnal or anything. That shit don't matter.
Yeah.
End of the day, when you're done, when there's not much left in you to do, you're thrown away. Uh, you could look at it now. I mean, almost the same. Brothers get sent out of state, and that's it. You don't get a huila. Feria stops. Like it's like once it's out of sight, out of mind. Even when it comes to that shit, it's a trip. What's up, Joey Sigma? EJG cold as a F in Illinois. So yeah. What's up, Crickets and Chopper? What's up, Max Dimas? Carla Nieto, what's up, fella? Just hit the like button. Right on. Gracias, bro. Good story yesterday. Right on. Yeah, I could tell, bro, you got choked up. Yeah.
Did you get choked up, bro?
Nah, I didn't get choked up, bro.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
You know where it fucks me up, brother, is you remember, I mean, even my Ruka was for it. You know what I'm saying? And when I had to tell her, bro, like, bro, babe, this is what happened. There was about to, and she couldn't believe it because she talked to Pablo every day on the phone. You know what I mean? And she was like, why would they do that to me? What did I ever do? You know what I mean? She couldn't believe it. And I felt like, man, I put her in that position because she was, again, a trooper, bro. I was handling business out there, and she was not the type to like. She wasn't on my back. Huh?
She wasn't bending at all.
Nah, she wasn't like, hey, stop. And bro, I was doing, crazy. And she, I mean, yeah, she was like, she wasn't like, a cheerleader, but she wasn't the type to be like, you need to choose, stop living that life. It has to be me. And, none of that stuff. And,
you live like the, damn, what was that movie? Goodfellas? No, not Goodfellas. Was it Goodfellas?
I don't know.
Where at the end, where the dude, he had all that coca, he started tripping.
Oh, and she flushed it.
Yeah. What movie was that? Was that Goodfellas?
Yeah. When they raided the house and she flushed it all, and then he gets out and he's like, "Where is?" She's like, "They would have found it." And she's like, "Nah, they wouldn't." No. Yeah.
Hey, that Ruka was down for him too.
And yeah, it was at the end. I was like, "Damn, bro," because then I saw that she even saw. Like you've been telling me these are your brothers and shit. What the hell? You know what I mean? Like she trusted. Yeah, it was a trip, but I didn't get choked up.
Yeah, you got. It's cool. It's cool if you got choked up, man. I mean,
no. What I'm saying, I didn't. I mean, I know the story, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You know what I mean? It's not surprising to me, so it doesn't. But like, it's upsetting, Simon. But I've come to terms with it. I've lived with it for the last 15 years.
More than because the ones that you believed in so much, they stabbed you in the back. I mean, that's exactly. There's no other way to put it. They stabbed you in the back. They lied to you right in your face. Nah. But they were pushing that. They were pushing that hit through.
Yeah. I mean, it was all of it. All of it was like, bro. You think, and then not just that. you never think that you're gonna be the one to be like walk away and turn. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that was like in the end, I'm like, fuck, now I'm a piece of shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like the hell? You know,
Yeah.
you got to come to terms with all these things that have been in your mind forever, brother. I mean,
Mhm.
you were still active when this happened. Yeah, I disappeared. I was gone. I mean, it was like, the fuck happened to cricket? The fool was just doing everything. You know what I mean? It was a trip, bro. It was like, yeah, it was a cold blast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt. Well, you know, he's busy. He's doing other things, and it'd be tough. Carla Nieto, shit, man. I missed the story last night. Was watching the Suns play. It's on there, bro. It starts around 2 hours, 22 minutes. I checked it earlier because someone was asking, but it's there. I know it's almost Halloween, but I don't want to see some guy with a mask on all the time. What's up, Charlie Hustle? How you doing? Good evening, bro. You choked up. We all saw it, and it made it that much more heartfelt. Yeah, all right, EJG. I did have to go get a drink of water, bro. I had a lump in my throat.
That's it. See, that's it. I mean, you sitting there like denying it. I, I felt a tear coming out of your eyes when I was laying here in bed.
Bro, there was no tears. I said choked up.
Yeah, but I felt the tears come down.
Nah, my tear ducts are dry, bro.
Yeah, yeah, right.
David, orale, I get what you're saying. I agree with you, JG.
You know that's a lie because when that one person broke your tablet, no,
Now that's a whole different story, bro. That tablet was my world.
she she got gangsta on you and ripped the most important thing in your room out.
Threw that hole across the motherfucking.
Hey, you talked about that for a month.
Fuck that. Hey, but she bought me a new one.
Hey, look at he said tear ducts don't dry out.
Hopefully, I don't know what's going on with my tablet right now. I have it on here so that I can see in case that it blocks anybody's shit off.
Right.
Right now, it's not showing me Chronic. We were frozen. There it is. All right. I'm just making sure it's not. It wasn't like we were frozen. Uh, hey, brothers by themselves don't leave. The betrayal is what makes them leave. They're pushed that way. Hey, my
Yeah.
Raiders killed those Aguilas. They said those Eagles had no chance. Raider Nation, Matt. David Hand said, "Yeah, you did, Cricket. The emotion we saw, bro, is the emotion that those kids will see." What's up, this fool? How you doing, bro? What up, bro? Cricket, I saw some of the podcast number 4 and saw you were messing with 270. Said, "Be careful, fan. That 277 will take you out the game." I know. I'm done. It's all. I already finished that project.
What was it?
I had to change those emergency lights. Remember that I showed you when I was doing it
Oh yeah.
from 277 down to 120. That was a bitch, bro. Just finding that shit up there. It's crazy. Anyway, Arizona Cardinals 7-0. Big respects to everybody representing Arisa. Remember that kind of carnalismo ain't got no retirement plan. Ain't no old torcido walking the guys with the trophy of accomplishments. Nothing but battle scars and a limp. Get no Chopper? Yeah, that's Chopper.
What?
What that vato said. Remember Güero G? Damn, this fool. That's crazy. He got hit twice. How long you been out? I've been out 5 years now, bro. Got out in 15. You know, I always felt the powers that were short-sighted. There were a lot of young vatos who could have been listened to, who could have furthered the overall agenda of the organization. This fool, it went out his head. Damn, that's crazy. You talking about the 277? Raza fool said tear ducts don't dry out.
Yeah. Just because if you have put me on the lista and you're now in this XM live, does it now consider me off the lista? Of course. You'll always be on the lista. in somebody's eyes.
Oh yeah, whoever we put on the lista stays on the lista too. I mean, if we did it, more than likely it was for whatever reasons of the stupid clica. So those remain the same. Yeah, and everybody don't get pardoned just because we turn bad or whatever they call it. If it didn't freeze up like the other night when I thought Chop was in a deep thought. Just 13 years, 9 months out in Arizona. Rafael Ortiz.
Yo.
Nice. I have a question. You ever run into a guy by the name of Joe Alcacer, was in Florence, Arizona, 95, and then Cimarron. He's back at Florence now. I never did.
We're at in the Paderes.
Yeah, we're at in Florence, Carlos. There's a lot of pintas in Florence. Or yardas, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. The only one I was in is Central Unit and CB6. In Orchard, of course.
Why is it that there were carnales that were sex offenders and no one said nada? It's that favoritism stuff, homie stuff. Some of them are legitimate, homeboys from the barrio, and you know the story of what got them got. So they would come in and other bottles would vouch for them and say, nah, bro, that ruca lied. If, whatever the situation was that they had. Some of them, it depends on it. Like you'll see sexual assault on there. And sometimes, to be honest, like they pick that shit up in juvenile, fucking around in Adobe, trying to, sexually assault another inmate or so, stuff like that. And stuff like that wasn't really
or statutory rape, like if you're young, like 18 and the ruca was like 16.
Yeah, it just depends on what the charges was, Manier, and it just, and again, some of it is just the straight blatant favoritism. It's a good ass homie from the barrio. He comes in and no one really cares about that cargo because it's him.
Look at what Bobby B says. Sometimes you're on that lista for so long, motherfuckers can't even remember your name. Like, yeah, that one vato, man, he got put on the lista on 76. What was his name?
Bobby B. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby B. What did Bobby B do?
That old prison. So you're probably talking about the Paderes, Carlos, but I never met him. Hey, any of you vatos how to get off the lista since you aren't active anymore? Any of you vatos? Huh?
Die.
Yeah, there's really no way off of that lista, bro. It stays there. The only thing is, like Bobby B said, after so many after so long, the ones that cared about putting you on there and seeing you on there kind of end up in the situation like we're in. Like, it's no longer spreading. So there might be a few people that remember that name or something. And unless it comes up again, like if you get locked up and hit a yard and then people start, well, I remember that dude from 96, he did this and this happened, or, something like that. You'll stay on the lista forever, but it's not like it's you got some kind of private investigators out there looking for you. It's just you're probably the only one that know you're on the lista anymore after a while. Yeah, I don't know who that is, Carlos. From California, Joe Alcacer. I've never heard of him. Yeah, man, I come from the school. If you got smut like that, you got to go, no exceptions. Yeah, Manny, I mean, people say that, but shit, I mean, it's been happening since the 70s in Arizona. Look at Ruben's charges. I mean, look at what was it, Joey? ¿Cómo se llamaba, bro? El Jaguar.
Oh, Little Lou.
Yeah, Louis Perez. Look at him. There's so many, bro. So many of the old men were like, I mean, it's a lot of them, bro. Look at Sueño. I mean, there's just, and even in California, I mean, just as an example, and I'm not throwing smut or disrespecting, but Boxer, I don't know the situation, but same thing. They had to have known his charge, but they looked past it. for whatever reason. So I mean, we all it is no exceptions. I remember we hit the yard. I mean, fools show up with sex scores or anything like that. It was done. But there's always those few that got through for whatever reason, and you can't say people didn't know. Everyone knows. It's just, whatever the reason is. You grew up with them in Adobe, you believe his story, whatever it is, all that different stuff. Louis Perez, his whole story was, and even her family admitted it, that it was a prostitute, two of them, and he was giving them coke supposedly, and they were, doing their thing. And then he stopped giving them stuff and kicked them out, and they cried rape. That's the story. People believed it. I don't know. I'm not from the South Side. People from from his neighborhood said it was true. The broad that said that they used to call her like Naked Linda or something like that. It just is what it was. So, and he had those charges. Was your situation because her testifying would have confirmed everything and got everybody booked? No, Charlie Hustle. She knew nothing about nobody but me. She didn't know anybody else that had done anything. She was out there for my time. Nobody else told her anything they were doing. I would come home if I had sangre on me or something, and whatever the situation. But she had nobody else to tell her. She didn't know anything else. She was gonna specifically talk about my muertes, basically. That's all that they were wanting to hear anyway. She knew nothing criminal about anybody else. Everything else was just freedom of conversation that she had, like on the phone with Pablo, with all them people. She knew them like that. She didn't hang out with them on the street and know anything that, and I never talked to her about that type of stuff. She didn't know anything about them. So it was all me.
And I know Pablo would never, I don't know about Angel, but I know Pablo would never talk about any of that shit like that.
And Angel didn't really talk to her because Angel was talking to Margie mostly when he would call. You know what I'm saying? It was so, and really Angel came later because Longo was the one that was his ruca.
Oh, okay.
Angel came when he came back from New Mexico. Then he would use that phone line. So she didn't even talk to Angel for, I think she talked to him maybe a few times, and it was just to do 3-ways. But yeah, she had nothing on nobody else. That's why I wanted to give her that opportunity, because they were allowing Lorena to do it against Luis. So I was like, well, I can do it for me too. It's just my case. I have every right to tell anybody I want to do what they want against me. That's what I thought.
David Hance, hey Chopper, what do you do for work? I work in a frozen food factory. I'm a Tech 1 operator. I work on machines and just do all kinds of crazy ass dumb shit. But it's all right. I like it. Learning how to drive a forklift. It's called a reach truck, and it's all right. It's been getting me by.
I mean, Charlie Hustle asked you, Cubo Chopper, what was your main reason for teaming up with Trigger and going against it? Do you wish that you ever did that and still playing ball?
Trigger was just a mouthpiece, really. That myself and Monchi, we were pulling the strings. Trigger, he was just sending. He just knew so many people. And it wasn't like we were going against everything. We were trying to make structure. We were trying to put structure together. And a couple guys just wasn't down with it. So we pushed the envelope. That was pretty basically it. We didn't want no we weren't looking for a split. We weren't looking for to be dominant over anybody. We were just trying to make structure right there in Arizona the way it should have been.
Make sure everybody followed the rules.
Yeah, and trying to put a clamp on that revolving door, because there was carnales coming back into the joint for nothing. And we were setting it up where when you did go out of state, you were getting financially help. We were setting all that shit up because we had so many yardas on across Arizona.
John Dope, what's up, big homies? Cricket and Chopper, what's up, brother? How you doing, John Dope? Francisco, my bad. What's up, Chopper? Can you talk about prison tats, Island High? Uh, Not much to talk about. I mean, they're just everyone knows what they look like. It's just about tattoos. In Arizona, the only ones that had any meaning was a brown pride, really, and then the patch. Um, I know later they tried other stuff and they would, this and that, but nothing that I know of stuck. In our time, for the most part, Skina would put brown pride on themselves, and Carnales would get the patch. Oh, is that right, Carlos Zamora? Yeah, I don't think I ever met him, bro. Hey, Cricket and Chop, who's one bottle that got on your nerves but had to deal with when you were active?
Which one? Let me see. I know. What the fuck is this? One from Mesa. He's out. He's out right now.
Negro?
Negro. That motherfucker right there, man. Shit.
Got on your nerves?
Hell yeah. He would always go crying to Pablo. He's a drug dealer. He's a junkie, and because in Central Unit, when the Clavo used to come in, they would send it to me, and I would hand it out. I'd break it down and hand it out to everybody. And Negro used to get mad about that because and sometimes not all the carnales would get an issue because there were so many. So what I did was one weekend, such and such would get some clavo, and then the next weekend, such and such would get clavo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enough to make money, but everybody will get broken off something, a papel or whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody will get something. And Negro used to get mad about that because he felt that I shorted him a couple times, and I never shorted anybody. And that shit used to give me, man, it used to piss me off.
Yeah. I can't really think. I know I didn't like Tyson at all. That dude, I didn't. Just the way he walked pissed me off.
Oh, and Mosca también. When I first met Mosca,
Garcia.
Yeah, Mike Garcia, that motherfucker right there. He was bulldogging me all every day till that one day I called his ass out. I came back from work. He started talking shit, and I called him in the cell. I said, "What's up? Let's get it." And he was like, "Oh no, I'm just blessing with you." That's After that, we became cool.
What's up, E&D? How you doing, bro? What's up, Running Streets? Why didn't she just get ghosts, and why did you break? Come on, bro. Where's she gonna go? She lived with her mom. She just had a baby. Is it fair to say that Trigger gamed you with that mouthpiece? How can you make someone follow the rule when you guys were breaking them bad examples? No. Yeah, Charlie Hustle, that may be, but everybody did. That was the way to do it. That's the point. That's the point here. Everybody did it the way we're telling you we did it. There was no
Got somebody online ready to talk?
Yeah. And fuck, it hung up. Everybody did it, and everybody did it the way that's why we're telling you the way we did it. Because that was everybody. There was no one example of a shining cardinal that didn't do those things. Everybody broke the rule. Everybody got high. Everybody did little fucking stupid snake shit. That's what it was about. And that's the point of what we're saying. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
You can't get around that. That's why we're saying this. And as far as Maruca, there's no, where do you get ghost to? You're talking about a 19-year-old girl that just had a baby. I was 23. I've been locked up. We have no feria for all that get ghost. I can't just say, hey, baby, go get ghost and I'm going to be right here. I'll be on death row. Let me know how everything goes for you. Come on. That's really what you would have done? Honestly, come on. It didn't work that way. And this fool ain't gonna call back, man. Shit.
Who was it?
Greyhound. That's awesome, Chopper. I'm a certified heavy line tech for cars and trucks, but unfortunately, I had to stop working from bone infections from diabetes and losing my big toe. Damn.
Sorry to hear that.
Where would you recommend I take my family to visit in Arizona? Nowhere. There's really nowhere like as far as tourism, there's nowhere in Arizona really. I mean, I guess Grand Canyon, but I never even seen that.
I know. I need to see that.
Yeah. What if you got an Aztec tattoos and haven't been to prison? Didn't matter, John Doe. It's just cultural. Damn, I hope this fool, he ain't gonna call back. Damn it. I answered too. I don't know why it just went off.
Nothing but love and respect.
How you fight an army with a handgun? Come on, man. Francisco P. He just put sinner.
Charlie Hustle is the warrior poet. Charlie Hustle.
What's up, Beezer?
What's
Heroin.
that?
Heroin running streets.
Naomi.
Mr. Goyo. What's up, Naomi?
Yeah, I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I lived in Arizona, well, only 18 years. No, 17 years on the street.
Hey, Chop, you remember Richard Niebles was always right next to Gila Monster over there in Cimarron? I remember Gila and Richard getting pissed at me for the same reason, thought I holding out on them.
Who said that?
As Bobby B.
Oh,
Has Charlie Hustle done time in Arizona? I don't know, Francisco. Probably. Mr. Goyo Longoria, hell yeah, bro. Go Niners. See, David Hens. What's up with Warrior Poet? What's up with him?
that's Cricket's Carnal, his twin brother.
Chopper made him. Cricket and Chopper, I said nothing but love and respect. Right on. What's up, Goyo? Charlie Hustle is Warrior Poet, bro. EJG, what's up, fellas? Naomi, what? LOL. Yeah, hopefully he calls back. The Grand Canyon, I've never been there, but heard it's amazing. I heard that too. I seen it on TV.
We'll go up there one day when we make it back to AZ.
Yeah.
Take a trip up there. I gotta go up there.
Bobby B said go to Upper Goldwater Lake. It's beautiful.
Or go to Tolleson.
Yeah.
You want to see the ghetto?
Shut the hell up. Go to fucking that bullshit ass Pico Nuevo neighborhood, Sunny Slope.
No. Hey, back in the days, it was treacherous.
Man, come on. That was the ghetto.
Now it is. Chopper made a poet or made out with him. Oh, yeah.
Damian Vargas, what's up, brother? Hey, man, I've been in Arizona all my life. Same, never seen the Grand Canyon. Yeah. Your point is solid. Cricket is the truth. Some will continue to think they can further change the least mode. It ain't gonna happen no matter where or what state. No, it ain't. It's not. That's what I'm saying. I mean, people believe that somehow they're the difference. You know what I mean? Somehow, if they were part of it, they would be the golden child that no one touched and no issues happened around them. That's just not reality, man. It's really not. And it always seems to be the outsiders that have never been there. Like, I don't know nothing about Charlie Hustle. I don't, but I can guarantee more than likely you're not a carnal. You ain't been in the mix like that. So you're talking as an outsider about what you think that organization is or should be. And I understand. It should be something different. I'm telling you it's not. That's it. Chop made him. No wonder he's on a list.
Yeah, Bobby B. Okay, Bobby B. I'm about to come see you when I come back to Arizona. Where you think?
15th Street.
Hey, that's what Warrior Poet keeps on saying. He even made a headline about me. Chopper, come see me.
While we're sitting here saying we're done, we ain't with all that. You talking about come see him.
Yeah.
Saying 45 years old, never been to the Grand Canyon. Farthest north I've been in Woods Canyon Lake on the Mongolian Rim. Check it out. Beautiful. Shit,
Yeah, I've been there. Mongolia,
Mongolian Rim. Woods Canyon.
Yeah, Woods Canyon Lake. Yeah.
I've never been there. How are you guys from Utah? We need another one of those stories. Yeah, I know. Go to cashing for a vacation. Shit, there ain't no cashing no more. Got ate up by Avondale. Grand Canyon and Sedona is nice too. I've been to Sedona. Sedona is nice. Hey, Cricket, you just said you were from Arizona your whole life. Why haven't you went to go see the Grand Canyon? Me and my girl might go. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are both you vatos? I'm 43 and Chop is 72.
53.
53. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Arizona, but bro, Grand Canyon. I mean, shit, I went to prison at 17, and I just never had the chance.
You were a victim, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm a victim.
When you went into prison?
Yeah.
Who got
me?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Talking about my neck again, fool?
No. I'm talking about.
Oh no, fuck you. Grand Canyon is nobody wants to change it, time to destroy it, and the lies it swims in. Yeah.
You ain't lying, Bobby B.
He's gonna call back now. All right, cool. Thank you, Naomi. I got the phone right here in my hand. Hey, she said I'm on the phone with him. All right. I answered too. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know why he doesn't call right. He does that all the time, bro. He'll call one time and it's not me. It just hangs up and then he just won't call back. When I was in there, you didn't answer. I'm calling back 2-3 times, make sure my phone it ain't the phone fucking up. Tombstone is cool. Come on, Chop. You know you're welcome here, bro. You don't have to buy nothing. I'm gonna buy everything. Bobby B.
I know.
951 Suspect. What's up, brother?
Bobby B, you got it like that and you haven't even donated no money? What's up with you?
Che apretado.
I know.
All right. Okay. Hello?
Global Link. Except
Can you hear it?
Attorney call.
Yep.
Call may be monitored.
You guys know a big wheel? I don't.
Gerard Schultz. An inmate at a Colorado correctional facility.
All right. Let's hold on some of these comments so we can get through this phone call or else we're going to miss a lot.
Dial 1-877.
This is Greyhound, Gerard Schultz, who was a Carnal in the...
Press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you for using Global Link.
What's up, fool? Hey. Hello? God damn it. Hello?
Hello?
Hey. You there?
Yeah.
All right, we're live, fool. What's up? What happened? You said right back. It hung up right when I hit when I answered it.
I don't know. Get the paperwork?
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right.
What's up, Greyhound?
I got Chop.
What's going on?
Hey, little brother, what's going on, man? You all right?
Just been hearing a lot of shit, so about time I get out there and set some shit straight. You know what I mean?
Set it straight then.
What's up, brother? You got the floor, bro. We got 68 people listening right now, so.
You know this Greyhound is the real deal. You know what I mean? A lot of people know me and others heard of me. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of people that run their mouths, speak on things that they either don't know about or speak on things that they have no part in, or they speak on things as what I call a woman scorn. You know what I mean? I got a lot of haters and enemies that be putting shit out there, and 99.9% of these motherfuckers are all motherfucking snitches, sex offenders, and pieces of shit. And it's all been proven, and it's all on paperwork. And all the smut that they done threw out there on some righteous motherfuckers wasn't even legit. And everything's been proven that they've been a bunch of fucking liars and shit, you know what I mean? And I know we got some delusional meth heads out there fucking ranting and raving on YouTube and shit, you know what I mean? And that's just some clown shit, you know, I don't pay no mind to none of that, because if you ain't did no real shit and you weren't really doing nothing, they ain't pay no mind to you, you know what I mean? But
So, brother, I got your paperwork right here. Obviously, a lot of people have heard your homeboy. I say your homeboy because he's from your barrio. Talking about a lot of things that he's done or whatever, taking credit for some of the stuff that I know we can't talk about here because a lot of things are not open. Suffice it to say, most of the things that he's saying, it's like he's living your life. But I do have one thing that I'll read here because of the fact that he is saying that you mentioned his name in court records, right? That was the main thing that you wanted to address. So I'll read that. I'll read that quickly here. And it says, whereupon Detective Davis leaves the grand jury room and Detective Orona enters, the foreperson says, I just didn't hear whether you had an opportunity to talk to any of the suspects or specifically to Schultz, which is Greyhound. Detective Orona says, yes. Schultz was interviewed. He denied. He denied anything to do with that weapon. He says the weapon was not his. He doesn't know how it got under the seat or how the bag got under the seat, but he denied possession of both those items. Ms. Schumacher says he also denied anything to do with the drugs, correct? Detective Orona says correct. Ms. Schumacher says, and he did not make any statements with regard to the murder of David Gano, which is Watohead. And Detective Orona says no. The only statements he made with regards to that murder was that he was not in town at the time and he did not know a David Gano, also known by the nickname of Watohead. The foreperson says thank you. And then Ms. Hamner says any other factual questions. So that lays to rest the thing that is being put out there by that other channel, talking about that you mentioned his name, which is the main thing that you wanted to address. And I told you could come on and do that.
yeah, my thing is there's no paperwork with my name in it mentioning anybody, period, and there never gonna be any paperwork of that, period. You know what I mean? I can have haters and enemies and all this and that. They can throw smut out and want to say this and that. You know what I mean? They can do all that. But when the nitty-gritty comes down to it to have to prove it, can't nobody do it. And I got all my black and white. And I'll send it to anybody for anybody to see. And it can be access to public records by going to the Superior Court of Arizona and looking it up. The Freedom of Information Act is all available. So all that he said, she said, and blah, 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 the proof is in the pudding, period.
Yeah. So last night I finally told, I hadn't talked about the issues of why I walked away, bro. And last night I finally told everybody the actual story with the pegada on Jovan and all that. So everybody's kind of more aware, at least as far as why I did what I did. But I know that doesn't, I mean, that has nothing to do with you. I'm just so you're aware of what's been happening the last couple lives.
You know, like the messages I had my people send to you and stuff, I know, and I let you know that when I first heard about all this, I was told that people were trying to use my name in a negative sense, and they were saying this, and that. And then when you played the recordings for my people to hear everything, that it wasn't any of that. You know what I mean? But then I could put out this right here to counter any of this meatball stuff that's out there. You know what I mean? You got to do what you guys got to do, and I'm doing what I gotta do. You know what I mean? You know, I know people have a lot of questions and stuff, and they can ask me something about myself. They can get at me personally if that's what they need or whatever. You know what I mean? Certain other stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna delve into or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I have no problem for letting you know if somebody's with me or not with me or something like that. You know what I mean? And I don't care who likes me or who's against me, whatever. You know what I mean? One thing about me that people know, I'm hard-headed, I'm obstinate, I'm cocky, I'm arrogant, I'm flamboyant, but I'm confident in who I am, and I know what I'm about and everything that I've done. And those who know what I'm about too. You know what I mean? So I'm not one to back down from anything. I run right forward, right at them. You know what I mean? And that's who I've been from day one, and that's who I'm gonna be when I go out. Period. You know what I mean? But people do things what they gotta do their own way or whatever. That's them. You know what I'm saying? But me, this is how I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm right here on location as I always been, and I ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? And I said that's why I sent out that internal paperwork for the Pitas, because I got all my paperwork of why we've been sent out of state. Why I got sent out of state. I went from one state to the next state to the next state. I got kicked out because of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that's who I am. And I want everybody to know this is who they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Not all this weenie stuff that they're floating around and this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, brother. So, and just on another note, you know, my main thing is you know what happened to me. Obviously, Chopper with his situation. I know that again. You said you know you got your own way and of thinking and all of that. But in all honesty, and if you don't want to answer this, brother, you're good. I don't mean to put you in the spot, but what do you think about youngsters looking up to and wanting to join the clica? If you want to answer.
Here's my thing, right? For example, like with my kids, right? I don't want my kids to follow my footsteps. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and what I'm a part of, what I dedicated myself to, and all the sacrifices and compromises I made, is something from a past, from an era gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does not exist. You know what I'm saying? It no longer exists. But that's who I am, and that's what I'm gonna die being. You know what I'm saying? I earned mine the way I did. You know what I'm saying? I've earned anything that I've ever had, anything that I've ever done is just self-made. I've done that myself. I got recognized from when I was younger to wherever amongst the people that I've been around or whatever. You know what I mean? From what I've done. You know what I'm saying? What people say is only as credible as what people do, because actions speak louder than words. And my actions have always spoken, and they continue to speak. So much so that it's in black and white. You know what I mean? But you know, I can't speak on other individuals. I just know that what I wouldn't ride with. You know what I'm saying? Because people get caught up in this illusion of something that really isn't what it is, or maybe they have a misconception of something. You know what I mean? Me personally, I've always known what I got involved in. I knew that I was involving myself in a life of cannibalism. You understand? Because that's exactly what we do. We're cannibals. You know what I'm saying? People don't like to accept that or admit that, but that's what we do. You know what I mean? 99.9% of the work I've done has been on my own, period. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's cannibalism. And if you're willing to take that in stride and deal with that, then that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? But I mean, I wouldn't I wouldn't say I can't. Well, for me, just what I know, the negative stuff that I know, I wouldn't stir anybody in that direction. You understand what I'm saying?
Simon.
But we're all men, we're all adults. We all make our own choices. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever put a gun to my head or anybody else's head and forced them to be caught up in this stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's, you know, it's like this. In this vida loca, I'm talking about in general. I'm not speaking on any one thing, any one person, any group, or nothing like that. I speak in generality. It's a double-edged sword. We get cut from one side or the other. If you get cut from both sides to the hill, then you fucked up somewhere. You know what I mean? And I don't mean, and I'm not talking about something that forced you to be cut. You understand? I'm talking about the life that we choose that leads us down the road of getting locked up, getting shot, getting killed, consequences of this, that, and the other, right? We're being cut. You understand? I did 18 years, slammed down in the Supermax, consecutively, from state to state. That's being cut. I'm being cut, you know? When I was on the block and we're out there gang banging on the streets, you know, got motherfuckers jumping us, shooting at us, killing us, that's being cut. We're bleeding, you know? But we know that there's consequences for everything. But when we start to mess up in the things that we're involved in, the consequences get even worse when we mess up in a manner that now it's unforgiving and it comes at us. So that's what I mean when we get cut from both sides to the heel, then we messed up somewhere. You know what I mean?
All right, brother.
And
let me ask you a question really fast, and only because it's personal to me. You and I were really close at one, you know, before, right? You know everything I've done pretty much. You were a part of it from day one. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, and you know what happened at the end. Do you believe that I should have expected that? Now I know you were upset I know you were upset by my decision because you felt I should have come to you as well. I get that. Nevertheless, what do you think about the position I was put in? Now, if you don't want to answer, I understand. Again, I don't want to put you in any kind of jam. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing. And Chopper knows this too because he and I were involved in having to make some serious decisions of taking a stand to fight against a lot of things that were and are wrong. You know what I mean? And what happened to you is an example of what I fight for. Because there's a lot of righteous people who got done dirty and done wrong. You know? And we all have to make decisions. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm just reckless or whatever that I choose not to run away from anything and call it quits or anything. You know what I mean? But I'm bitter. And I burn with a rage to make people pay, right? But yes, I know everything you've done, and a lot of it you've done for me. That's why I used to call you Superman, because You were my Superman. You should get shit done like that. I said, take care of this, you get it. I said, jump. You said, how high? And no complaints or nothing. And no, this is not something you should have expected, because this is not something that we expect. Yes, we expect to get cut from something that we're doing, but not something that shouldn't be this way. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, you should have expected what had happened to you to do that. You know what I mean? But and it's a fucked up situation that you got put into. You know what I mean? And you should have never been put in that situation, especially after everything that you've done for us. You know what I'm saying? But and that's wrong. But that's why myself, Chopper, and others chose to fight against and put a stop to a lot of that.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
You understand?
Yeah.
But it was wrong. And so, I mean, I was upset and hurt to lose you the way it happened. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you're loyal to the ball to me. You know what I mean? And ours. But at the same time, I understood the position you were put in. And it's all about survival. You know what I mean?
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Self-preservation is one of the highest laws. And that doesn't mean just you personally, but what's yours, your family, and everything.
Yeah. What's gonna hang up, brother? You know you're welcome to come on anytime you want for whatever. It's a little divergence of the regular show, but you know, if you got a voice, so I'll put it out there when I can.
All right.
Take care, Greyhound. Yeah.
Keep your head up, and
That's it.
Yeah.
See, Greyhound has a different idea of it, because I guess and I gotta understand his point, because he's doing life. He's not getting out.
That's what people got to understand. He's got to survive in there the way he needs to survive. So his thoughts, his outlook is totally different than ours. I have no doubt if he had a light at the end of that tunnel, that things would be a lot different. I'm assuming.
I have no doubt.
I know him really well. We did a lot of time right there. He was part of that era right there. He could tell you that more or less Trigger was just somebody that sent wheelers out to the compounds. But you know, with Greyhound, from day one, I liked them, and from day one, they wanted to kill him. They wanted to take him out. Cuervo, he was one of the ones pushing for that. A couple other ones, and it kept on coming through us. He's no good. Fuck that, man. You know what I mean? This dude, he put in more work than the majority of the carnales on the mesa, and they wanted to take him out. And I stood on it. Monchi stood on it. Trigger stood on it. No, it ain't. As long as I'm around, ain't nothing gonna happen to Greyhound. And I stood on that, and I didn't back down from nobody. But he's got to live his life in there. He's got to, you know, he's different. I mean, he's got to survive. You know.
Thank you, Samora. You just sent $6 to the Cash App. Appreciate that donation. Yeah, that's the problem, bro. I mean, like, I was conflicted about having him on because I know his outlook, right? I mean, he doesn't have the same. His message is not the same as ours. But again, he's doing life. I mean, he's in prison for the rest of his life, and he has to do what he has to do to survive in that environment. Yeah. Those of us that are out here, we got another chance, and we'd be fools not to take it. And that's my point. And so there's the dichotomy. That's the split that people can see. So do you want that or do you want this? I mean, he said it himself. He's bitter. He burns for revenge. He did a lot, and in the end he was thrown away, and he's fighting his way back in, to do whatever he wants to do, and he doesn't have a lot of options and choices. And like Chopper said, I have no doubt either that if that light at the end of the tunnel was there, he would absolutely would have been right here saying, fuck that shit. Yeah, that shit is trash. But read between the lines. He just told you.
Yeah.
The shit that was done to me was wrong.
Yeah.
The shit that, like, yes, he has to stand on what he stands on and the whole double-edged sword stuff. But then what? Look at the situations, and that's the problem. That's the issue. That's why I understand people when they come on and they say, yes, Manny, in a way he is. That's why I understand when people come on and talk about, what would you say? When they try to, say, well, you guys knew what you were doing when you did it. You don't understand that position. Now, you can have an opinion, but until you actually are put in that position, you have no idea what you would do. And I'm telling you what you would do. The fact that you're out here right now, still on YouTube, typing and on here, tells me that you're not that type of individual, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
So I understand your comments, and I get when people say you got to stand strong, you should have did all of that. I get that, but that's talk. Most of the people that are saying that have no idea what they're talking about. Just the simple fact that they're out here doing this tells me that. Because if you was about that, you'd be right up in there like Greyhound is, and like we were. We decided to become you, and here we are on YouTube with you. Let's do this.
He's got a lot. He's conflicted in a lot of ways because of the way how he feels about us and what we chose to do. But he's still right there. You know what I mean? And his principles and his morals are struggling right now because of how we walked away and where he is right now. It's difficult for him, and he does have a lot of fucking hate and animosity in him. And a couple of times that I talked to him, he wants to come back here and destroy everything. And we try to talk to him that time. And man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We did what we did. It's over with. There's no need for any kind of revenge or any kind of get back or whatever. It's crazy. It hurts. It hurts to hear him talk like this, but it's also understanding because, he ain't ever getting out. That's his home right there.
And that's another thing that you guys need to understand about us. We haven't turned our backs on the ones that we know are good people. He's a good dude, man. I know he did bad things. We all did. But I know, again, that if he was out here, he'd be right here there'd be a third square in this box right here. He'd be talking, he'd be saying the same things we're saying. I know this for a fact. He has kids that know nothing about what he was involved in. That tells me that he ain't that type of dude. Because there is those types that would get their kids involved in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He sees it for what it is. And as long as he is that person, I'm here for him. Just like I told Chop, I'm your friend, bro. Only thing I won't do is kill somebody for you anymore. I'm not about that. I'm not going to die for you. But anything else that I can do as a friend, You need me? I don't give a damn if I got to scrape pennies together and fly to your state and move you to my house because you lost it. Whatever. I'm there. Greyhound needs $50. I'm going to send him $50 if I can. You know, I mean, that's what I can do for him because that's his life. He's not out here with us. It's like people who tell me they would have done great in war because they're good at Call of Duty on the PS4. That's exactly right, Sonny. That's exactly right. These people watch these movies, this American me shit, or they were gangsters when they were kids and they never told when they were juveniles, and then when they were turned 18 and they became electricians somehow, and they're union people or whatever, now somehow they have this great insight on what it means to be a gangster. No idea. No fucking clue. None. It's more than just this. I can't get it. It's more than just this talking shit. There's more to it than that. And when the time comes that they turn on you for whatever reason, you're gonna stand strong.
Yeah.
Straight up, Cricket, you got a very good point. It's easier to say and write anything versus having to stand on 2 feet on the other end. Yeah. That's why I keep my mouth shut and fingers closed together, because I can only imagine what you guys speak of. I would never speak on your guys' situation. Right on, Matt. Chopper, you know anybody with the last name Quiñones?
Quiñones. Not right offhand.
What's up, Robert Ramos? That Vato really don't have a choice. Really, no matter how solid he is, the Lismo will change every few years. He's never getting out, and no one will ever put their mano out to him because they'd be next. Decisions and actions have ramifications. That's real, brothers. Yeah, I mean, he's doing life. I mean, not even no chance of parole. Not 25. Not shit. He's probably been in for 25 already. He went in 90, 99, 98, right? 99.
Yeah. How time flies.
So, I mean, there's no getting out for him. And that's why you hear what you hear. And I get it. Some people are probably like, man, that's not what this channel's about, the stuff he was saying. I'm just giving him a voice because, and most of you know, like, I don't like talking about it because I don't want to give dude any kind, any ammunition. But that other dude over there, the poet, keeps saying stuff that I know isn't true.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying stuff that is ridiculous. And whatever the situation, I do know that he was also betrayed, and they also turned on him. But I wish that he would tell it like it was, the true story. All that other nonsense about serial killing and all this, that I know it's not true. So you're doing it almost for the same purposes. You're trying to glorify, because I know it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I know you weren't a maid carnal. So why say that? And then at the same breath, talk about how they're pieces of shit and I would never, and then just say that. Hey, I was Skina. I put in a lot of work. I was with them. They turned their back on me. They put me on, whatever else you want to say after that. Then you would have more credibility. But then to sit there and say, Greyhound, there's paperwork, he snitched on me. I got the paperwork. I just read it for you guys. Greyhound didn't snitch on him. If he did, I wouldn't care. I'm being honest right here. But Greyhound cares. So I gave him the opportunity to put his stuff out.
Yeah. John Collins, that's a good quote right there.
Did y'all know the guys that just got indicted from the Arizona M? I didn't even know guys just got indicted. I haven't followed that. I'd have to check that out and see.
Sean Collins, he said, it's not glorifying the life, it's letting people hear. It's letting people hear someone
that's inside
that we could hear in the pain from the life.
Yeah. Wasn't he the youngest one ever made? I'm not sure, Francisco, if he was, but probably pretty damn close. I mean, he was.
He was.
Yeah, because I mean, he was skiing out probably before even hitting the Pinta.
Yeah. Because he's been in the gang life all his life, ever since he was, I mean, young. I mean, a little mocoso.
Yeah. What's crazy is his dad was killed by the Carnales.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why Cuervo and a couple other ones wanted to hit him, wanted to take him out.
Yeah, after everything he did, they had, he was like the whipping boy.
Yeah, there was no way I was gonna allow that. And I used to tell him over and over and over. We used to kick it for hours because he lived right next door to me. Well, he lived downstairs, and I lived upstairs. I lived next door to Trigger, Monchi, and him lived next door downstairs.
Yeah. This channel shows how vatos like him, Greyhound, is in a catch-22. It clearly shows no matter how loyal you are, there's another mente trying one up you at all costs. That's true. That fool was. I talk about my loyalty, but that fool was to the bone.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is after that little split, you can call it now. So now you can say he's been on the lista, right? For all these years, he still considers himself part. He's still loyal. Like he just thinks that there's just differences there. But he's still fighting his fight. He's still in that whole era of the trigger thing, with that everyone calls it that.
I don't even understand how it was a trigger thing.
Because after you guys left, Trigger had all these dudes. He started making carnales, bro. Trigger started handing out the patch and having dudes do stuff on the yarda. So now there was dudes on the yarda that were supposedly carnales that Trigger made, and they were calling shots. Then another carnal would get there that wasn't part of his Trigger's thing, and they'd have him hit. Like it was actually happening, bro. And then other dudes, they would hit them back. Like carnales were hitting carnales,
Yeah.
and Skina didn't know why.
I was there when that was going on.
And that's why they started calling themselves Trigger Boys. So it became almost like it was Trigger's thing.
Right.
But it really was. I mean, it's just Trigger was one of them ones that wrote everybody. It's almost, you can put it like California, if you want to look at it from a different perspective, that dude Wedo Sherm that they say we used to write thousands of letters a month. That's Trigger.
I wish we could get Monchi, because Monchi, if Monchi could tell his part too, like I said, Trigger, he was just a mouthpiece.
Oh, Sean Collins. I'm sorry, real quick, bro. Sean Collins, no. Pomona Mike and those other ones, that's California, bro. Not Arizona. It wasn't New Emme. I know what you're talking about now, on the murder. No, that wasn't the one from out there. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, if Monchi was around, he would tell you that Trigger, he was just the one that contacted people. Monchi and I were the ones that was telling him, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Greyhound could attest to that. Yeah. But I guess once we left, it all stuck with Trigger, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, I still got those things that were Trigger had them made up like they were flyers coming from like a legal organization or something. And they were really huilas from him, and he was calling. He's like, "This is me, Raymond Martinez, the big boss man," and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he considered himself the metal of that. That's part of it. You know what I mean? That's why it became that.
We were the ones that put him in that position. Because Monchi Trigger didn't have no rank at the time.
Yeah, Trigger had become captain. Remember?
Yeah, that was after when Monchi became Capitan.
Yeah, when both of them, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because remember, people were tripping because they gave Trigger a seat at the mesa and he didn't have a rosa.
Right. Yeah.
Gabriel Granado said that poet guy openly said he's SMI, seriously mentally ill. He's out there. I know. Island High said that's heartbreaking. It really is, and that's the point. I mean, it's like a bucket of water thrown in on your head. You know, I mean, you believe something for so long, and then it gets washed away just like that, and you're stuck. You're like, you don't know what, like, you're like, it's like flabbergasted. You don't know what the fuck just happened. It's crazy. But that's the problem, and that's why I want to warn people that are on that route. Like, I've said it before, and I don't like saying it because I know it almost sounds crazy, but I sometimes say to the kids, like, I know you're going to get in trouble. You'll probably end up in prison. You may deserve that and need that. You may need 5 years to sit the fuck down and stop acting stupid before you whack somebody or get whacked. Like, you may need that, but do your time, reflect, learn, get out, and live your life. You still have one. Don't be fooled by the propaganda. Don't sit. That's all I'm saying. Like, learn from us what it can become if you go any further than that. Now, I know it sounds crazy because I'm not sitting there just saying don't get locked up, stop your little gangbang. But I know how hard-headed these kids are. They're not going to listen to that.
It's inevitable for a bunch of.
They're not going to listen. They're going to be like, oh, this old ass snitching motherfucker, piece of shit. He just couldn't make it. I'm better than that. You know what I mean? I get it. I know. I already know. I had that mentality. I'm a fucking realist. I know what it is.
Guaranteed. And the day that little youngster gets caught up and he goes into the courtroom and he's facing 25 to life, he's going to do the same goddamn thing. He's going to save his ass any way he could.
And I'm just saying, don't do that. And even if he doesn't, go do your fucking 25 and get out and live your life. Don't obligate yourself to some other thing that's going to destroy you. Exactly. I know 25 sounds like a long time, and it is. But we've done that type of time. Look at us. We're still here. I know it's a loss. It sucks. But at least you get out without having a generation of individuals wanting to kill you, because that is what's going to happen. There's no denying that. It's going to happen. You're not making that. You're not going to be the one golden child that got out and gets put on the fucking stump and says, well, this is the one you guys got to be.
And be able to live out there without any kind of problems. You getting what carnales are on the street right now that are 110% active?
I don't even know of any, bro. I haven't heard of any really that are. I don't even know, bro. Boss Lady just sent to Cash App $5, bro.
Surely.
Thank you, Boss Lady. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is just that I just want people's eyes open to what this is. And if you still decide to do it, okay, do your thing, but don't come back and say you didn't know. We're saying we didn't know. No one did this for us. I didn't know that in the end they could do that to me. I really didn't. Once I was in, I kind of saw the treachery and some of the backstab. And again, I wasn't no innocent victim once I was there. I'm talking about when I was 15 and I was looking up to these fools and I was like, damn, I want to be a carnal one day. I wanted to go to prison and be a carnal one day at 15, at 14, at 16. So when I got there at 18, dale gas, I went hard. Who do I got to hit? What do you guys need? Who do I stab? What's up? I'm here. I just want to help others avoid that. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. If you're going to act a fool, you're going to be a gangster, you're going to, whatever you're going to do, hey, dale gas. If you end up in prison, that's the time where you need to reflect and change your fucking life. That is if you didn't throw it away before that. I'm hoping you don't even do that. I really am, but I'm a realist. I'm being realistic. I get it. Knucklehead ass youngsters ain't going to listen to me like that. But at least if our stories are in their head, when they do get to the pinta, they can at least look at it a little more with their open eyes and say, shit, that is happening. That is this. It is that. Now you have a point of reference to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I missed a lot of comments.
Just what you're saying, you're answering a lot of the comments too.
Yeah.
Not even realizing it.
Your story has me thinking and being very grateful, Cricket. Thank you. Simon Geronimo. I mean, Geronimo, you did that. You know. You saw it too. I mean, everyone that's been there has seen it. I mean, once you're there, it's there. You know what I'm saying? That's the but that's the problem. By then, a lot of these kids have closed their eyes to that part of it. They just want to be that glorification of what they see.
Yeah, I like what Bobby B just said. He says Greyhound's interview a good advertisement for not joining. Exactly.
Yeah.
Without the pain, the confusion that dude's going through right now, man, it's crazy. Just to hear him talk, you know, it's really it's sad, you know, but like we said, that you know, he's got to live his life the way he needs to live his life to survive. You know, who wants to be locked up in a cell forever?
No, Matt, not really. I've been back to my barrio. My homies ain't really tripping on the carnales. There's a few now that are made from my barrio. I was the first one though, and the ones from my neighborhood ain't really with it. They're like, you know, I remember when I was a kid, when I did become parte, a lot of them were like, man, don't go that route. You know what I mean? A lot of the neighborhoods on the outskirts were like that, Tolleson, Avondale, you know, stuff like that. Some of us did, some of us didn't. But I've been to my barrio. I've sat there while other homies pulled up, and no one has said nothing to me. No one trips on me. A lot of them seen. I mean, I was, you know, how it happened. Do you think anyone would be able to change the Emma that becomes the next top dog? Is that possible? I mean, John Dope, I just don't know. Change it to what? You know, there's not. I don't see a gentler, kinder Emma. You know what I mean?
It's always going to be worthless. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's that time, fellas.
You out of here, brother?
Yeah, I got to get up early, go earn this dough.
Yeah.
Since now I got my little raise, I got to put in them hours now. How do you send Greyhound money?
It's an app. On this app that he told me to tell you to send him some. I forgot to tell you. He's like, tell Chop, send me some money. It's called Connect Network it's GTL.
Send it to me so I can download it. I'll send him a few dollars.
All right. Yeah,
but
it's easy. You just find him in whatever state he's in, and yeah, I already found it. Like, I don't know if you can't see it, huh? Nah. But it pulls up his name and Department of Corrections, and you just hit trust fund and put money.
Right.
With your card. Oh, Matt just put $10. Think about thank you for that, brother.
Yep.
If you're gonna go, bro, just say your goodbyes and talk to them or whatever. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit, so it's cool.
Yep. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow or the next day. And yeah, Francisco, I'll get into my story in the next couple of days also. You guys have a blessed night, and I will be back. I'm out of here. Buenas noches.
Night, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Oh, let me have one. I need barely. Huh? Oh, that's cool. Man, these things are small, huh? Nah, that's cool right now. I'll grab it. Thank you, mijo. Got some pizza. Where we at? Yeah, I doubt it, John Doe. That's all par for the course. I mean, there's always going to be people that want to move up and all that, and it's like that old saying of the bucket of crabs or whatever. They're trying to get out, get to the top, and they're pulling each other down. It just is what it is. Matt, yeah, I would think they would have to respect you because you're a veterano, right? From the youngsters. God bless you, Chop, you old fart. Matt, thank you, brother. Appreciate that $10, bro. Chopper gonna tell his story. Yeah, he said, God bless you, Chop. Have a good day. Bobby B, yes and amen. Chop seen the nuevas coming on and said, oh, it's time for me to hit. I just barely got your life, Cricket. What do you mean, Ray Diaz? What you mean by that, bro? Stay up. Late, Chop. What's up, Triggs? How you doing, bro? Appreciate it, Chuck Ty 602. Good night. Oh, I just jumped. Oh, good night, Primo. Eleanor's Chop. Blessed night to you. Good night, brother. Freedom, liberty. Bust out, Grillo. I know. I got the pizza. The M die is cast. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. It is what it is. Cricket, when did you talk about your story? Last night, on last night's episode, starting at about 2 hours and 22 minutes, Sean, is where I finally got into it. People were asking questions that were relevant, and I just said, fuck it, let's roll. You know what I mean? So I did it. Freedom Liver, that is small. I know it's these little, what are they called? Thin crust things. They're small. Do you like Peter Piper? I do, but they don't have them out here where I'm at. And Peter Piper was the shit. But, they took that away from the kids, kind of, right? I went back and I seen it. It's not for kids no more. It's like they made it almost looking like a sports bar type thing. Yeah, that's true, Bobby B. That's kind of my similar situation. A lot of the people ain't with that, you know what I mean? Danny Boy wasn't lying when he said they're small. Yeah. Island High. Right on, brother. Thank you, Island High, for that $10. Appreciate that, bro. Really do, honestly. And those of you that have sent a couple cash apps tonight, Boss Lady and Zamora, appreciate that too. YouTube don't tax that shit. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let them like up. I'm gonna let y'all be careful in traffic. Beezer, who doesn't like Peter Piper? Yeah, I know. Love Peter Piper. Bobby B. You guys, the ones from Phoenix, man, you guys remember that Pistol Pete's Pizza? That shit was good too. Bobby B is right, yeah. Did it take you a while to change the way you thought and how you interacted with people? Kind of, Sonny. Because I walked away so early in my time, I ended up doing about 12, 13 more years where I was done with all that. So my mindset was no longer, in that mentality. It was just, I was just in prison doing my time. So when I got out, it wasn't like I got out with that type of mentality. There was other issues, but nothing that was too crazy. Instead of a clica, it should have been called the murderous cult. Yeah, right. It pretty much is. It was a good ass story too. Oh. Freedom, liberty. Thank you for that $10, brother, on the Cash App, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, Freedom, liberty. Just send $10 on Cash App. I gotta tell Chopper, because if not, we gotta keep track, because we're trying to get this thing open so we can put everything into it. What's it called? The nonprofit. So we got to keep track and make sure that we put everything, because, I'm trying to pick up no IRS shit. Good ass story to you, Chopper story. when we get in the next video, is I'm over here feeling bad. Man, I've been working on one for like 3 days, T-Rilla, or longer maybe. I keep talking about it, and it's half up in there. I got to do it. Hopefully soon. And I missed your story, Cricket Dan. Shake my head. It's on there. I mean, it's right there. It's at 2 hours and 22. Maybe I should cut it out. Maybe I should make that the next video. Just cut that piece out, add pictures of the people I'm talking about and the things I'm talking about. Maybe. Yeah. I know it says Merry Crispin. I know that's not you, but I know your Chops Primo, but my son does. When I got out, I took him on a walk and explained everything to him. He's 18 now. But when I got out, he was 12. He was turning 13. And I took him on a walk the day after I got out, because Maruka always said it was my place to tell him, not hers. And we walked for a pretty fucking long walk. And I told him everything, including the shit I did, why I did it, everything. You know, the homicides, everything, and then the end of it all. So yeah. Oh, it didn't Ray Diaz today or last night? This ain't Tostinos though. This is what is this? What's this shit called? Mijo. Oh, Little Caesars. I'm sorry, Little Caesars. Never mind. I was gonna ask you what kind of. I couldn't think of the name of the pizza place, but Little Caesars. Yeah. No, in a bit. I'm still on this one. Gracias. Benjamin Fierros, you right. Don't know why vatos do that. Enjoy your pizza, boo. Life is good, right? What's your Cash App? It's right there on the thing. It's the Cash App thing, and then Pchronicles is the Cash App, brother. It's on there it's the last thing on this little thing that's going across, but it's basically Pchronicles to Cash App. Jojo, hell yeah, those wings, but they've been saying they're out of wings. They're a shortage. Man, people not wanting to work. It's Cash App next time, so YouTube won't clip the channel, right? Just the feds. That's all right. Pay the taxes, but we get that nonprofit going. We'll be all right with that too, and we can use it all for what we want to do. Where are we at? Damn it, John. God damn it. This thing is. Hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, Joey Sigma. Tie 62, them things were the shit when we were kids. What you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, Tostinos. Yeah. Pepe's Pizza on Central and Baseline in the Food City Plaza across the street from Poncho's. I never tried that, bro. T-Rilla. Michael Francisi's coming out with pizza. Joint slices. Yeah, Fry's does sell them hot wings. Man, I like their potato wedges. Them fuckers are good. But see, that's why I got fat after I got out the joint, bro. Eating all this shit. 12 years is a long time. It sounds to be in the hat. After you got out, what yards were you? I hit the feds, Sean. I hit the feds. I'm sitting there eating in front of you guys. Like, I'm hungry. I'm my bad, guys. Freedom, liberty. Right on, bro. Thank you, bro. That cash out feed me. Appreciate that. Shout out the Chiefs. Don't think many in the know. We break bread and live together. Don't think many in the know that we. Oh yeah, absolutely. In the Arizona State Prison, we the Mexicans and the Native Americans lived together, sat in the chow hall. They had their own table too, but any spillover would come to us. To our table, yeah, absolutely. Trying to. Anybody had Angie and Jimmy's Pizza on 35th and Indian School? I drive out there from West Side at least twice a month. I never had it. Need a grant writer. Yeah, I know, right? Chip Chop should make art and put big price tags on it, then show it to get tax write-off. Good. You know who gets down? Greyhound can draw like a motherfucker too. Get some drawings from him. But actually, I wouldn't keep that money, bro. I wouldn't, even though it would go for the nonprofit. I'd rather put it on his books, man. That dude, man, I feel so fucked up for what he's, everything that happened there. They opening one of them here in Arizona. Oh, one of them Michael Francesi pizza places. Ray Diaz today. Oh, it didn't. Did you get in time? But you got in somewhat early, didn't you? Did you hear Chop? Greyhound. No, not one, JoJo. Not for the Cash App. I don't think. Let me make sure, bro. I really don't know. No, not one. No one on it. That's the Gmail. For the Cash App, it's just Pchronicles. No one with it, and it'll have, as soon as you find it, it has my name on it. But I don't know. Jojo got his nana for that card. Laugh my ass off. Hey, Jojo, don't send me none of your grandma's money, bro. Greyhound's still the same. I was his neighbor in SME 2 back in 01 during 9/11. Is that right, Chuku? You heard him right now? Remember that Smitty's pizza? Yeah. Those were big, greasy ass slices. Tommy's Pizza, 27th Avenue, Bethany. In the 90s, me and the homie Chico from Southside 35th rode to Holly on a moped daily. Oh, yeah? Just to grab that pizza? Sardella's Pizza and Wings, yeah, and Long Wongs. Yep, that's true too. That Sardella's. What was that? Oh, remember? It was like an Italian name, Pepperinos, or damn, I can't remember now. Yeah, that's what they say when I've been ordering wings for the past month, unless they're playing me, homie. Smitty's used to be a grocery store back in the day. Yeah. But it also had a restaurant connected to it. Remember? We used to go for breakfast there all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, T-Rilla, I worked today, bro. I went in at 8 this morning and I got off at 5. Same thing. I was finishing up putting up them lights, but it wasn't emergency lights. This one was replacing, putting LEDs in the lobby. Corona got me gaining a bunch of weight. Back to the burpees soon. Shit. I fucking die if I did some burpees right now. I think I used to go hard too, man. So damn ashamed of myself. But this food out here is too good, man. Yeah. I know it's not very crisp and it keeps fucking me up, but yeah, it is good, man. It does feel good to eat whatever. Bash's Pizza is fire. Adam's Pizza in Tolleson, bro. Hit it up. I had to check it out. Yeah, Demon Cricket, it's not 10 yet, so dinner's not close to done yet at my house. I need to get a girlfriend so I don't have to cook anymore. Orale. That's crazy. Maruka's back home right now. She's visiting Phoenix, so it's just me and my son here. That's why we're eating pizza and fucking trash. We don't cook. I went and bought all kinds of frozen shit, threw it in the freezer, and that's what we eat. Yeah. Where else? Where we at? Gino's on South Side is bomb. Tombstone frozen pizza. Man, I don't know, man. With the frozen pizza, I like that DiGiorno, bro. That crust is good. You two got that VIG going strong. Yeah, I know. 30% they take. Then you get taxed. But it's cool. If we get that nonprofit, we won't have to worry so much about the tax part of it. Gino's Pizza and Wings. My fat ass is hungry now. Luis is a good artist. Yeah, Luis is. He drew a son. He drew a picture of my son, bro. When my son was still a baby, and he did the portrait of it. Man, where is that? I got it here somewhere. He drew that shit bad, bro. That shit looked identical to the damn picture. He's good. Ray Diaz, the ending. Oh, I wonder why I didn't send you the thing. That's crazy. It sent it to you yesterday, right? Yeah, I do, ZG. Simon. I'm gonna send you some video for Grey Carnal as soon as my nana goes to sleep. Man. Yeah, I mean, if you guys cash at me and you put in the notes that it's for Greyhound, let me know and I will put it on his books if you guys want to do that. Absolutely. If it's for him, just put that in the notes and I'll make sure that that goes there. If it's for our thing, then put that however you want to do it. Just put the Greyhound. And, hell yeah, I know he would absolutely um, be happy about that. So yeah, I mean, and yeah, he needs it. I mean, I send him when I can. He doesn't have a lot of family left. He's been in there so long, bro. He's pretty much alone. So it's not no pity story. He ain't no victim. He knows it. But yeah, I mean, if you have something for him, Cash App it to me or Venmo it to me, whichever one it feels better, whichever one you want to work on. They're both the same. It's Pchronicles with whatever they got in front of it, either the Cash App symbol or the hashtag or whatever, and I'll get it to him. So yeah, Jersey, just let me if that's what you want to do, bro. Absolutely. When you decided to not be part of the organization, what prison did you go to? Was there an ex-NF there with you? Yes, there was a bunch of ex-NF, ex-MF from Cali, different people like that, bro. This thing jumped again. When you decided to not, okay. In the description to the video, there's a 1. But that's just it is in the description to the video. I'm gonna have to change that then, bro. I must have messed up because that's the Gmail. So yeah, that's probably my fault. I didn't know that. Hope you guys can see me right now because I'm going over there to look at it real quick because I want to make sure if that's happening. It shouldn't be. I'm gonna check it real quick just to see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Is it this one? No. Oh, it's right here. Customization. Basic info. Cash. I don't see it, bro. Because I even have it has. If you look at it from a computer or something, it even has a link where if you click on it, it'll send you to the Cash App or it'll send you to the Venmo. But I'll check the description stuff. I don't want to waste. I don't know if you guys can see me while I'm doing that. So, but it doesn't have a 1. So I'm sorry. What it says right here on the bottom, that's cycling right here, Jojo. It has the money sign and Pchronicles right there going right now at the bottom. That's what it is, bro. You can have Greyhound draw some pictures and we can buy them and put the money on his books. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll talk to him about that. Absolutely. If you guys are down for that, I'll have him do that. I've been wanting happy food, Chinese food on Central and Baseline. Bet y'all never shoplifted at Mega Foods. Yes, Smitty's was the best. T-Rilla, they closed the Happy Foods in Mesa, damn it. Yeah, tell Gray he can pull his weight by making artwork. Yeah, Simon. Do you remember the Chinese food spot inside the Food City that was on 16th Street in Buckeye? It's burned down now. I don't remember that. My Phoenix homie who remembers Yellow Front. Well, yeah, Yellow Front. Way back, I bought a slingshot there at 8 years old. 1980, my mother whooped my ass. Man, Yellow Front. Remember at Pick and Save? They turned it into like Frugals first, and then it turned into that Big Lots. But I remember Yellow Front too, boy. Everyone Cash App only, right? Whatever you guys feel comfortable with, because I know it does. On some people, if they have their real name, they may not want to. and that's cool. So whatever option, I mean, there's Cash App, there's Venmo, and there you could do the YouTube. They do take a little bit, but it is what it is. Oh, Rogelio just sent $4.99. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Rogelio always looking out, bro. John Padilla, $5. Thank you, brother, for that super sticker. Thank you, bro. Happy Foods on Almost School is gone now. And Raza Fu, I get the tombstone pizzas and put shredded cheddar cheese on them before I put them in the oven. Yeah, he sent me a few pieces. Yeah, that's nice because I tell you, I got that picture he did of my son. I'm gonna find it, bro. I'll show you, Manny. Eh? Crazy to think of the talent and innovation that comics have and came up with. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are truly talented, big time. Not me. I couldn't draw for shit. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, you could give out Greyhound's info also. Yeah, he gave it out. Well, if you really listen to it, he says it. He gave his address. He gave his DOC number. He gave everything. So yeah, it's on there. That's what. But I know it's easier to. Sometimes it's just easier to send it like that. That's what I mean. I have an app where I can put money on his book. So if you just want to send it to him like that, Cash App it, put his name. I'll send it to him. It's hard nowadays to sit there, make money orders, and send them to prison and stuff. You know, people didn't like doing it back in the day, and it's less now. CG, who you know from that family? Now it's Fatty number 1 and number 2. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh, Naomi, you cloudy, right? You talking about the gorgeous? That's funny. Orale, Naomi got jokes, but that's true. That's what we got. That way you don't have to deal with it. I don't mind dealing with it, bro. I really don't. Um, I got a lot of love for that fool, man. I feel, you know, that dude, um, he was done. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind dealing with it. Arizona Diablo 602 TV. My nana bought all my Levi's a yellow front, one leg longer than the other. David Hind. Saludos, hit the like with it's bedtime for me, carnal. All right, Rogelio, you have a good night. Thank you for that $4.99, bro. Good night. Well, there it is. Let's run it up for Greyhound, homie. Grio, you're a good homie. I'll send you something for Jaime Sanchez this week by Thursday also. All right, T-Rilla. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Just put, like I said, whoever you want to get, just put the name, and I'll make sure I take care of it. Y'all haven't had pizza until Happy Joe's. I got you if you ever come to Illinois. David Memories, we never going to get back, homie. Yeah, right. Yellowfront gone. Smitty's gone. So many places, so much. Phoenix is just not the same, man. At all. Yeah, the pizza. David Memories, we never going to get back. Oh, damn, T-Real, I'm right out. Damn, I sent 2,000 to that other one. I was wondering, yeah, right, JoJo. 2,000. Shit, you do that, fool. I'll put your picture on the corner right here, like that logo, and you could stay on this motherfucker. You'll be the logo for a month. 2,000. Yeah, right. Imagine. Shit. I'll have Chopper dance for you. I almost said me, but you ain't gonna get me like that. That's crazy, David. You were right about the corner from where I used to live. That was back in 2011. AZ Diablo 602 TV, but at least we have them memories. Yeah, yeah. Used to live on Southern and Dobson. I used to live on 7th and Dobson, 7th Street in Dobson, on a street called Ardmore. Still remember. I can't remember the exact address anymore, but it was like 4 houses from the corner. There was a Circle K. There was a right there. There was a funeral home or a panteon. I can't remember. But then there was a big, what do they call them? Like a desert area, like a lot. We would cross it, and there'd be a Circle K right there. We go there, play video games and stuff. Yeah. Evil Cricket, whatever happened to Chacho from my hood? He in or out? He's out. JT Phoenix. He actually has a furniture business where I guess they're doing upholstery and stuff. Yeah, he's out doing good. T really, yeah, bro. I've been in the same house since I was born. David Hands, John Padilla, that $5 super sticker. Thank you, brother. My mom was a cashier at Mega Foods on Stapley and Southern. McFrugal's, forgot about that place. JoJo, pick and save that old school. Yeah, remember? Bob's Big Boy. I remember, yeah, Bob's Big Boy shit. Remember that? It's standing. I think they still got some of those in Cali. Oh, Factory to You. Anybody shopping Factory to You? Yep. Factory to You. Didn't that turn into like Ross or some shit? Isn't that what those turned into? Frank's Buffalo Sauce and Ranch on any frozen pizzas. Oh, was anyone ever hit on the streets in Tucson? I'm trying to think. I don't know this fool. I have to remember. Man, homie, it's a good question. It may have been. Um, I know Sapo was from Tucson. They never found his body, but I'm not sure if that's where they got him or not. But Factory to You, I haven't heard that one in a minute. I forgot about it. Remember, I know it's probably more recent, but the warehouse where you could buy the tapes and CDs, and Blockbuster Video, those fuckers disappeared everywhere. I meant the Cash App you use. Sean Collins. What do you mean, brother? You meant the Cash App I use. It's on here. If that's what you're asking, it's on the bottom of this thing. I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys don't see it. See that thing in the bottom that's going across? It has our Gmail and all that. At the end, it also says Cash App appreciated, and it has the little Cash App. If that's what you're asking, I don't know if you are. Hello, if I had a job at Factory to You back in the day. Chronicles, correct? Yeah, Simon, like that, Warrior Outlaw. Thrifties, man, that ice cream. Fuck, RJ, you're right. They still sell that shit some places, right? Like they talk about Thrifties ice cream. But yeah, I used to go with my abuelita to that, the Thrifties ice cream. That was so cheap, the little circle stuff. Man, Thrifties. Oh, bro. Oh, man. Laughed my ass off. Yup, Naomi Cloud. Man, in water and ice, that Thrifties ice cream smacks. Yeah. Did you know Mikey Bohork is Scott Nene's bro, and is he still alive? No, he's dead. David Myers doesn't. Yeah, I knew. I know all three of them. Mike. The only one I didn't meet was Chris. He had got killed before all that, but the only one left is Nene's the only one alive now. Mike died too, I think, but Mike died, I think, of cirrhosis. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but I believe so. But yeah, he died as well. Him and Scott. Nene's the only one left. What's up with Todd Weddle, brother? Oh, you guys are talking. RJ, all the water and ice stores have Thrifties ice cream. Yeah, that's what I thought. 55 likes and 83 people in here. Let's go. It helps the channel. It helps the algorithm. Okay, I'm going to give it to you guys all straight. Chinese Wong's on Buckeye. Pizza, Costco pizza. Bobby B. Laugh my ass off the longo. Puro pinche mascot. Yeah, Jojo. You talking about 2 G's, fool. I'll come up with you. I'll make you the badge. Man, yeah, he's actually doing really good. Finally, his oldest boy OD on the Blues, and but damn, mascot for a month, Jojo. I heard. Yellow front, yeah. Man, Bobby B, that 18 EPs from Costco is the best deal for sure. Get hermano's been a good day today. Freedom is great. Took a Harley ride today on the coast. Damn, that's nice. So you do. Tony from Stories Written by Guys sells their artwork, and they seem to sell out quick and go for a good. I'm sure it could be you and the artist in me. Yeah, I'll try it, Sean Collins. Shit, I'll put. I mean, I'll tell if Greyhound and whoever wants, because Jaime draws too, and a lot of them do. I'll put some of their stuff up. I'll figure out. Let me work on that, and I'll try my best to. I'll put them up, and whatever they go for, I'll send to them fools. Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure they would appreciate it. I don't know if Alan is still practicing, bro. I don't know. I remember they took him off all Emmett cases, though. Remember? Oh shit! Outlaw Warrior, $50 for half for Greyhound, half for the channel. Man, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, Outlaw Warrior. Man, that ain't no joke. Put this hard on that shit. Thank you, bro. 25 to Greyhound. I got you. Bobby B, that 18-inch. Hey, kid, on, bro. We had cricket. Is Alan? Yeah, so, hey, mijo, let me get another piece. I'm fucking hungry. Factory to You turned into Fallas, then got shut down in Stockton, Cali. Yeah, Maniato. I don't know about Allen. I just remember they took him off all Emmett cases. They said he was doing some crazy shit. Thank you, boy. Man, he gave me a bunch of pieces.
They're small.
Think I'm fat?
That's because they're small.
Puro pinche pizza patron. They have it where the one they accept pesos as payment. Phoenix is little Mexico, man. Clothing City. Remember that? Clothing City. They still have Clothing City, right? Remember they had two. Remember they had the one on Clothing City on 16th Street, and then they had the one on the north side on Bell or some shit. They had every damn colored dickie, man. That was crazy. TG&Y. Nicole's TG&Y. Bobby B is the east sider bringing up Wong's on 12th Street. That's the spot. If you got to get on the west side, hit up Little Dragon on 43rd and Thomas. You called it. Bobby B's the east sider. You should reach out to other homies, tell them slang their art or drop their info for pen pals. Yeah, I'll do that. For some of them, I'll do that. I mean, I'm just building this. I'm just, I've just started these lives. So yeah, all these ideas are, I mean, if you guys are with it, then I'm gonna, I'll try it. I'll do it. I did a crash and dash there when I was a kid, grabbed a bunch of yellow sweatshirts and gave them to everyone on Central. The whole boulevard had yellow sweatshirts on. The Cash App for your friend inside. Yeah. The Cash App is the cash sign and then P Chronicles. And if you put the name of the individual that you want it to go to, if it's not to the channel, then I'll make sure I get it to them. Like, if it's who you guys heard tonight, Greyhound, just put his name on the Cash App because they let you put a little memo, and I'll make sure he gets that. I bought a corduroy 3-piece suit at Kmart in the 70s. Word out. Hey man, Kmart, bro, how did they get fucked off? Ain't that crazy? I don't know how they let Walmart do them like that. Like Kmart was the Walmart of the 80s and early 90s. How come they couldn't get those type of prices and do what Walmart did and not let themselves get fucked off? They like disappeared, bro. It's crazy. That's a trip, man. Where you from, homies? What's up, Tony Kid? Different people from mostly California. There's Arizona. Got some people in here from Illinois. People everywhere, to be honest with you. I couldn't even name them all. Roxanne, Scotty's sister, still around. Is she? That's cool. Shout out to all the homies that used to hit the Chinito stores every Friday and come out with enough fresh gear for 5 homeboys to stay good up for the weekend and still have $20 to fill the tank. Right? I bought ice cream from the ice cream truck with dollar food stamps back in the day. You ever lived that one, Cricket? Nah, I never did it with food stamps. Alec was helping everybody. Yeah, he was, bro. Yes, he was. But he let the damn prosecutors and all them tell it. They said he was crooked. I don't know nothing about that. But they made, like, the judges ordered him to no longer be on any more Emmett cases. It was crazy. They said that he was de facto a member. It was ridiculous. Cricket, did you know Arturo Hernandez from Tolleson? Keebler. Yeah, I know Keebler, bro. Dad John Cruz. I know Keebler. Damn, I ain't heard that name in a long time. Fuck, I forgot all about him till he just... Actually, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of brothers. They all call themselves Keebler. They used to be from 9th Street, actually. They moved from 9th Street to our barrio. And I think that's the one. Yeah, that's Keebler. Pretty sure. Oh, yeah, dude. He said they line up. That's good shit. Sardellas. 2 Sonny G's. Your voice would be good for commercial radio, so you should look into that. I got other aspirations. Island High. Yeah, I mean, my main motivation is reaching these kids, bro. So that's what I'm going to use my voice for. I don't think I got no crazy voice. It's just normal. I don't know. Everybody comments on it, but it just is what it is. But um, my voice is going to be used for these kids, bro. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and see where it takes me. Streets of New York. Yeah, Streets of New York was good. Now I want to be. The Clothing City got closed down in 2003. Is that right? There's no more Clothing City? I did see they have that. What's that shit? K Momo's, right? That shit's everywhere. That store, Last Chance, all the hyenas would be up there Friday afternoon getting discount outfits. Barro's Pizza is good, but they don't have ghetto prices. Was Bonsai Bob in the AB? No, I don't think Bonsai ever. Bonsai was never a member of that. I don't believe so. Bonsai was kind of crazy, bro. They probably wouldn't have took him in because he was nutty. Man, when I moved from the west side to Casa Grande, Kmart was the place to shop in the old mall. Yeah, Kmart. I can't believe they did that. Mama, Papa, Kmart. Okay, the Champion line was junk, and then it blew up like 2 years ago. I told my kid I wouldn't wear that shit. Champion. Yeah, layaway. That's right, Jojo. That was the shit. David Hands, that's a trip. I don't know anybody from Lil Watts. If you're asking me, Tony Kid, I'm sure there might be people in here that do. VC investors come in and run up debt in the company, i.e. Kmart can't pay the loans, but the investor already made their money by getting loans, so they let the company go in debt. It's crazy. Because they could have been like Walmart, bro. That was the Walmart back then. We didn't even have Walmart in Phoenix from what I remember. I think when I went to the joint, I remember one Walmart in Phoenix, and that was it. It was a weird. It was like, hey, yeah, you know that place called Walmart? It's over there on whatever. Like it was, wouldn't even know. I got out, and fuckers were everywhere. I grew up with Mike Bojorquez on the west side of Finiquera. I've known Chris, Scotty, and Nene since they were chavalitos. Thanks for letting me know. Oh yeah, you from Mini Park también, David? Scotty ended up dying in Oklahoma in a motorcycle accident. He took his mom and Nene with him, and Nene's wife and all their kids. And they were all out there. And then he was working in construction, but he got in a motorcycle accident and died. So they all, they came back. And yeah, that was a fucked up hit right there. Scotty was a good dude, just shamuco. Allen wouldn't set up his clients or sacrifice them. That's why the system turned on him. The lawyers and prosecutors are on the same team, but a paid attorney could choose to be rogue like him. Yeah. Now, Cricky, you got a voice that makes you want to listen. You got all of us old guys here with you and to the back you up, Carnal. Right on, David Hands. Appreciate that, bro. Crazy Jimmy was loony, LOL. How about Zodi's? They had good layaway also. I don't remember no Zodi's. Where was that? Soy Duke? Zodi's? Is that what I said? Blue Light Special. Yeah. Hey, now listen. You guys remember in Kmart, you go in, right? And they had the eatery, right? They had the little restaurant, and it was called the eatery, they used to call it. You can go buy a hamburger and fries or whatever. But in the front, they also had this little, like a little deli thing, right? Remember? And you can buy, it would be like almost look like a pack, and it would have 5 sandwiches in it. They were almost like on hamburger buns or something, but they were sandwiches. And you could buy them and eat them in the store as you were walking around or whatever, but there would be like 5 of them for I don't know how much. But those fucking sandwiches, when I was a kid, they were so goddamn good. And I can't stop talking about food now. I used to deliver flyers for the streets of New York, 1969 years old on foot, $19 a weekend, believe it or not. No GPS back then. Always calling my nana from payphones. And I remember they turned off my phone at my jefito's house one time. We didn't pay the bill or whatever. And we didn't have no phone. And I would stand at a Circle K payphone all fucking night on the phone with my girlfriend. And that was my phone. I would sit there all goddamn day and night on the damn phone talking to my ruca because I had no phone. It was crazy. Little Caesars inside. East side. Mastodon. Kmart, the blue light out. Are you Sud or AP? I was Mexican Mafia, bro, Tony Kid. I was a carnal, but for Arizona, man. I got one for you, Cricket, that vato in SMU1, Ricky Brown. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. I was never in no cluster with him. I used to hear. Ese Cricket, Soy Jr. is that Buckeye Ojos. We were in CB4 on the same theater. Paul was in 1. I was in 2 and Junior was in 3. John Run. Yeah, he's in Buckeye now, bro. Junior. He's in Buckeye now. When he ended up getting put on the lista, when he got back to the Pinta, they put him in SMU 1 or 2. I can't remember which one he was in, but they had him like STG'd kinda, but in the in the peseta side almost. And I don't know if you remember, you may not because he was a later one, but Jojo Bernal from 9th Street, he was actually a víbora. He was a carnal for the old M, right? And he hid in the plumbing chase. And when Junior came out for his time, Jojo came out and tried to like attack him and shit. And Green Eyes ended up killing him, bro. He beat him to death, and he didn't get charged for it because it was like a self-defense thing. But yeah, that's what happened with Green Eyes. But yeah, he's up in there, bro. He's stuck up in there. As Cricket saw, oh yeah, East Side Till I Die. What kind of music you listen to? I like oldies the most, Tony Kid. That's my shit. Mostly oldies. I don't like this rap from nowadays. When I went to the Pinta, the 90, the good, like I like that rap too. The early 90s rap. I don't like the shit from nowadays, and oldies is my favorite. He's from Arizona, Tony Key. Used to be Arizona. I mean, we don't have a Sioux fraction here. Yeah, you're gonna be okay, Vato. When I grow up, gonna be like you. I'm only 56 now, so, Duke. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, cool. Orlando Cervantes, thanks. New to channel. Right on, Tony Kid. Appreciate that. If you want to hear kind of like my little story, I just barely came out with the reason I walked away from the Lismo. It's on last night's video at 2 hours and 22 minutes, right around there. And then tonight we had another carnal call in from the joint earlier in the night to talk a little bit. So mostly what we do here is I try to warn kids about what the Lismo is really about and what it's not. And so that's kind of what we're about here. So glad to have you. When I knew my mom was going to Kmart, right now we're just reminiscing old times. On Baseline and 7th Street, I would go because I wanted a cheesecake from that little deli. So you remember the deli, right? Or you talking about the eatery? There's 2 places. Welcome, Tony Kid. Trying to look out for the homie, just can't remember his number. Junior, you need Junior's number, brother? Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Give me a second to look. Damn it, I'm not finding. I know I put it. What was the last name? I can't remember. I put it in here. Code Red, Center, Little Ruth, Juato Head, Freddy, Big Chipa, Garfield, Bird, Chino Mike, Little Spider, Night Owl, Mouse, Rock, Gray, Floater, Condor, Joker, PJ, Cheo, Mean Gene, Big Bopper, Slack Jaw. Where is it? I'm gonna have to find it for you, bro. I don't want to waste too much time, but I'll get it for you, Temo. I'll find it for you. I got exclusive insight to the way the legal system works here in Arizona. I was mentored by a powerful person in the public defender's office while I fought a case for 2 years. Lots of dirty secrets. Yeah, Jojo, I went through it too, bro. I was hanging at the Kmart in the 70s, me and my little brother, good time. David Maestas, thank you for that $20 super sticker, bro. Appreciate that, bro. I didn't even see that come through. Thank you for that. Remember riding the little rides out front of Kmart? Yeah. They used to put them little horses, the round thing, and then the little ranflita. Since Cali and Arizona beefed, and the AB in Arizona ran from Cali to the Arizona M and there. No, they didn't have beef because AB in Arizona also was hooked up with the M in Arizona. It's almost the same story. The AB from Arizona came from Cali too, but then they ended up kind of having beef also. So it was its own thing in Arizona too. So my mom would take me every year to get school clothes back in Bobby P. I used to buy my mother records from Kmart, Vicente Fernandez and Las Caminitas. I used to steal the tapes from it all the time. They had them in the big white, like long things. Put them in the Dickies and be gone. I used to steal them Cholo shoes too. Remember they weren't coasters. They called them winos back in the day. I used to go in there and I'd switch my shoes out and wear those out. Food City has them little rides. You guys functioning with the Southerners. I would check that video out. Cali en la casa puro MV Chu. Yeah, bro. Now they do run. Now the MS are friendly. Arizona and California are together. Phoenix Party Line and Lights Out Phoenix. If you know, yeah. Hey, trip out, Diablo. When I was on the calles, bro, in I guess it'd be 2002 or something, whatever it was. I would what's it called? Greyhound would call, bro, from the county jail. He was in there fighting. I don't know what he was fighting. He would call from the county jail. And if I was busy, bro, doing something else, he would call the phone and I would just three-way to the party line and just let him sit there and be on the party line and go into different rooms, pushing the button to go to different rooms and talk to people. And pinche Greyhound would go in there and start gangbanging in the party line, man. It was crazy. But yeah, then Lights Out Phoenix. Yeah, I didn't like that broad, though. Midnight Mamacita, she called herself. I didn't like that broad, man. I'll get it for you, Timon. I got caught stealing at Kmart when I was 9. Yeah, I got caught stealing at Kmart too. Rodriguez. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now that you said it, I'll find him real quick. Let me see. Oh, I don't have him. I got Ralph Rodriguez. I don't have him. I'll still get it though, because I have other paperwork, and I'll get it for you, brother. My Jefe met my mom on the party line, then my bro and me were made. I used to be on the loop on party line, crazy times. Yeah, it was a trip. Man, the Phoenix party line, the stories I've heard makes it sound crazy. It was cool as shit, man. In the 80s, the brothers had a loose alliance with the AB. I think it started after the riot in the walls with the blacks. Demo probably knows. Arizona Diablos too. I remember they would take over people's pager numbers. Lights Out Phoenix with the midnight. Well, I hated that broad, man. She got on my nerves, brother. She acted like her shit didn't stink. Went to Arizona to visit family last year. That place is like an oven. Salute. Yeah, it is hot. It gets hot. Well, you get used to it, bro. And to be honest, you get under a tree, it's cool. And most of the time, you ain't outside anyway. You're in a air-conditioned car, in the store, a house, so many things. Manny A brought up Legend City. I was too young, bro. But I heard about it. I never got to go, man. I was born in 78. So Legend City, I think they closed that shit down like, I don't know when, but I seen pictures and you can still Google it and see that shit, man. Yeah, I know, Jojo. He said 3 of my 6 children were conceived because of the party line. Diablo. I know. You remember the rhinos? That's cool as hell. What rhinos, Ray Diaz? I don't know if anyone knows this. Whoever did time in Rhining Unit, the mascot for Rhining Unit was the Running Rhinos. It was crazy. What about Circles and oh shit, Circles. They don't have that no more. You know where I went when I got out? Well, not when I got out. About 6 months ago, I went home to visit, and I was with 40 ounce, and we went to you guys will know what's that record place? It's still open. Record Zia Records, right there on Thunderbird. Me and 40 ounce went right there. He was buying pizza at some pizza place right there. And we went into Zia Records, and they still had all kinds. You could buy old school shit right there. It was cool. But I went with 40 ounce. the corduroy ones, cricket. I love them shoes. Yeah, the winos. You're still in the pantuflas from Walmart. Nah, Walmart didn't exist. T-Real, I remember Circles. That was a spot. I came out with a pair of winos and a hot dog. Yeah, I used to jack them wine all the time. I go in there and chase. Manny A took us way back. Yeah, oh, fuck. Wallace and Ladmo. Channel 8. Remember that shit? Melissa the Midnight Mama said, that bro, get on my damn nerves. Damn, Manny A, I got to go there 2 times before Legend City closed. I was born in 77. I was born in 78. I didn't get it. Maybe we just didn't go. I don't know what year it closed, but yeah, I never did. Right, Bobby B. Circles was a shit. Right, Bobby. China slapping woke across the face for world domination while USA is going all out woke soy boys. Oh man, another one. Yeah, Tony, I heard of Maravilla. The ones that go win against the Emma, right? That whole matter of fact, I know there's a carnal from California that he's through with it. Obviously, his name is Johnny. And he was from Hoyo Maravilla. Yeah, that's the one he was from. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. He's been in since like 1977. But that was the carnal that I did time with him. Midnight Mamacita, that gave me goosebumps, homeboy. I ain't heard that name in a long time. SWFL is hot as hell. Thank you for your time. I'm surprised no one ain't said Legend City. We would come from Califas and go there. Yeah, he said Legend City. Have a good night, cricket. And to your viewers, Kmart brought back memory, hush puppies and suspenders. What's up, Carlos Amaro? Thank you for sending that cash out, Carlos. I appreciate that, bro. For real. David Hans, cricket don't lie, bro. You don't ever get used to this heat. You kind of do, man. It ain't that crazy. Wallace and Ladmo. Where we at? Wasn't there a Vato 2 on Lights Out Phoenix? I don't remember no Vato. It was always that broad, man. Midnight Mama C used to talk about how I remember one time Aruca tried to call and do like a dedica for her Vato that was torcido. And she was talking and that broad stopped her, bro. It was like, this is a family show. I don't do those kind of dedicate. It was crazy. R-Dub doesn't do Lights Out though, but his is something else. He did those oral expressions. Remember, he said he's still on, I think, right now, but that wasn't out of Phoenix, bro. His shit is all kinds of states. But you look like if you have the munchies. I don't smoke grifa, bro. Duke, I'm just hungry as fuck. I haven't eaten since I got home from work. But I can't fuck with grifa or else right now I wouldn't be talking. I'd be stuck. I can't mess with it. I wish I could because it actually helps my back every time I tried it. But I've tried it real late at night, like in bed, because it puts me down. They're supposed to be building a huge amusement park in Phoenix. Is that right? Hot Shots, yeah, homeboy. Shit, Hot Shots. Remember Shooters? Shooters was feeding. We went there a couple times. Went with Sinner. Famous Sam's. I went with Sinner to Famous Sam's. I go, oh God, Sinner. Famous Sam's. Yeah, that was another one. Tower Records, yeah. Let me find out you got a bag. Record City. Record City. I don't remember no Record City. Oh, the Ladmo bags. I never got no Ladmo bag, but we used to call it, I got the bag in the county jail, the Ladmo bags. Maravillas in a 90s coalition of about 20 East LA hoods with Mariana and Hoyo being the biggest. Yeah. I seen them. It's like it's a city, right? Maravilla, and then a bunch of barrios in there. In from the Paris faction out here in the IE. Orale, in the Empire. Bought clothes in LA at Poncho's. Take it or leave it. So he do. What's up, SV16? How you doing, bro? Saludos to you. Don't know if you're old enough to remember the Silver Fox in Westdale Plaza, but I used to hang out there when I was a kid. The lowriders. Hell yes. Westdale. I used to go to Westdale all the time with that was a Fry's. And we would drive down there because there was a liquor store real close to there that would sell to us. They wouldn't ID us. And we were always going out there to buy Pisto. Remember, we get our deuces of Mickey's from out there, but we were always at Westdale. We used to go by the apartments behind there. There was some mini parkers we used to hang out with. right there on Westdale, at Westdale. If you don't know what a cassette tape is, you don't even need to be in this life, right? They don't have them no more. Shit. We used to be able to get them in the state. You could do we used to call them talk tapes, like correspondence tapes, man. That was firme. Any homies from San Pedro, Stoners? I don't know any from there. No. Easy Diablo Live. Was it Jose Cortez? Oh, Jose Cortez had his own show too, remember? Shit, he was he did oldies though, right? He was more like mostly the oldies and shit. Or the long CDs. Yeah. Or this shit just jumped again, man. When I got a feds in 99, I was validated in Perryville, got tested me too. Monchi told me if I wanted to keep the burning sun, I'd have to take Lonely Boy Dancing. I never saw any papers. Oh, yeah. But Lonely Boy from Tucson? Yeah. Monchi's done too, bro. Westridge Mall used to be popping. Yeah, Westridge's still popping. I just went there a few months ago. Now they got a big ass it's like what do they call it? It's almost like a swap meet, bro, inside the fucking mall, like a Mexican swap meet. That shit was cool as hell. But Westridge was my shit. That's the one we went to from my barrio, mostly the mall, unless you rode down the Metro Center. But Westridge was. Oh, they changed the name of that though now, right? What's it called now? Westridge. I can't remember. Super Snake do Slow Jam Session 2 in the 90s. Super Snake was a morning show, bro, for the most part. He didn't really I don't think he did a slow jam session. He was mostly morning shit. Who remembers what was his name? Damn, I was about to say it too. Y95 with something and Maggie Brock. Lavato's name and the Ruka was Maggie Brock on Y95 before Power 92. Yeah, see if people remember that shit. Remember when the Latmo bags went from those big bags to those little tiny bags? Yeah, it was good, cricket. Glad I ran into your channel. This will reach a lot of people. Right on, Martin Galindo. Gracias. If you're barely coming in, brother, I had a carnal from Arizona call in earlier and talk about some of this stuff. And then last night at 2 hours and 22 minutes, I told the reasons why I walked away. People been asking for a while, so I threw it out there. I keep mentioning that like I'm selling some shit, but I'm just trying to get a lighting company going in Nevada. Grillo, if you can work for me, piecework. Shit, that'd be nice, bro. Yeah, I'd have the same dilemma though. I'm stuck. I gotta get Feria to be able to move back home. Shit, I'd have to get Feria to move to Nevada. G-Talks, facts, homeboy. Yeah, Tony Kid. Martin Galindo, tell your friends and family about the channel. Tell them to check it out. Famous Sands with the shit. I'd be there at 17 getting pictures in the pool area after 10. Yeah, this fool. Famous Sands was feeding for a while. Con todo respeto, las Maravillas are the oldest, most down barrio in East LA. They worked hard to gain respect. Yeah, I heard of them. I mean, I heard it. Like I said, Johnny, I was with Johnny from, they called him Kiko. He was a carnal for the M in Califas, though. And he was from Hoyo Maravilla. What about Casa Nueva and Central Pinche Snake Pit? I never been to that one, bro. How much time you do and there's no repercussions getting out, cricket? Yeah, there's repercussions. I'm on the lista, bro. But I don't give a fuck. Fuck them vatos. You'll understand if you watch a little bit longer and if you look back at some of the issues that, the reason I walked away and all that type of stuff. But the time I did 20 years, bro. That Simon, Tony Kid, puro pinche old Milwaukee's best, right? And old Milwaukee's, it was Milwaukee's best and old Milwaukee, bro. It's two different beers. King Cobra. I used to walk with my tío to the college liquor store to buy them 40 ounce. Yeah, Mickey's was my shit when I was a kid. Homie de Aslan, that vato into ending barrio warfare. Yeah, you talking about Jose Cordova? Curacao. X. Bruce Kelly. Ryan Robinson got it. Yeah, Bruce Kelly and Maggie Brock. Y95. T-Rilla ain't fucking around. Serious liquor. Bought my first pair of British Knights at Westridge BKs. Sorry to be off topic. I'm barely tapping into your channel, and I've had my fair share with those cats. I'm from Tucson. Orale, bro. Está bien. You're good. You get off talking. Talk about what you want. Ask what you want. Well, that's what we. We're just here. We're just here to talk, bro. Westridge Mall. Put 'em malt liquor. Yeah. Wallace and Lamo. Did you out those get your Lamo? I never got one, man. I never got to go to that shit. Man. I wish. I got the one in the county jail. No, I never did 43rd, bro. They didn't do that then. I did Central. I went to the Pinta, you know what I mean? When I went in, we were doing Central. So I do, have you heard of Maravilla Paris? That's where I'm from. They call me Lil Wino. Always talking to Duke. T-Real old Milwaukee 40s were like 89 cents. 99 cents, bro. $1.06 with tax. And it was Old Milwaukee or Milwaukee's Best. Two different beers, bro. And they weren't 40s, they were quarts. A quart of Old Milwaukee or Milwaukee's Best was 99 cents with tax was $1.06. That's at least it was in 1995, right before I went to the Pinta. Desert Sky, that's right. Christown and Spectrum Mall. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I didn't know they changed their name. Man, Tierra, my homie used to drink 211s and King Cobra's hot. Big Surf. Oh, Big Surf still there? What about Waterworld? Big Surf and Waterworld. Hot beer, hello, damn, that's hard. I was in SME1 from 2015 to 16 and got out from there. Orale. You should get some shirts, cups, or anything to start making money for the nonprofit. Yeah, eventually. I don't have enough. They don't allow it yet. I remember I had it on the other channel when I had the 45,000 subscribers. But since I started over with this channel, I'm about to hit 7,000 subscribers. I'm not sure how many you need, but they don't let you do merch yet until you hit a certain amount. Unless I did it on my own on a different website and all that, but I'm not trying to complicate things, you know. You should get Orlando Cervantes to put that fool was a nut. Who? Oh, your homie that was drinking like that? Bruce Kelly, KZZP. Oh, that's what it was. KZZP 104.7, right? KZZP. But wasn't he on 195 too? I thought he went to 195 also, because Super Snake was in all of them. También 195, KZZP. Then he went off to went Power 92, and then it turned into Power. What is it now? Power 95, or 98, 98.3 or something. Warm old English. Damn, the hell. Kilos from Mario was a prolific drug dealer. He died 2 years ago in the barrio. Yeah, I don't know who Kilos is. Francisco Big Sur. Yeah, you got to be a Boy Scout to get Lamo bag. Seemed like, yeah. Just read some of Greyhound Publishing's. Oh, did you? Yeah, some of the poems and stuff he did. Yeah, he was in that TAM Supermax for a long time out there in Chicago when they shipped them out there. I got the paperwork right here. They sent him to New Mexico, and they shipped him out of New Mexico because they said he was trying to teach the S&M some of the ways that they were doing things in Arizona with the M. Just read some. What black hood in Phoenix is the craziest? Probably West Side City would be the one I would think that the people would think of the most. West Side City. Tallahassee, Florida liquor store, homie. You know the prices. What? Cricket, Tallahassee, Florida liquor store, homie. You know the prices. Ray Diaz. What's in Tallahassee, Florida? Carib, Jojo, Arizona. Freedom, liberty, this fool. Dan Cricket, you know the liquor store price is right on. Yeah. Tony, that was back then. I don't know about now. That was in 1995. Tony Kidd, Big Primo was in Paris when he died. Never heard of your homeboy. Westside City, Freedom Liberty said, let's get this channel to 10,000 subs ASAP. 103.5, 101.5. Those are new, right? North Phoenix has a Six Flags water park now, but Big Surf is that right? It has a Six Flags? Is that what they turned Waterworld into? Or is Waterworld still there? How are you not worried about being so public saying fuck them? Are you wearing a vest? Please wear a proof of it. I used to. Nothing. But you got to live your life, homeboy. Can't live in fear, you know what I'm saying? I was them. They bleed like me, you know what I mean? I'm just living my life as a normal individual, and I'm trying to put out the truth of who they are so that these youngsters stop glorifying them and trying to become them. To go that route is to basically throw your life away, and that's what I'm putting out there. So my honest opinion is fuck them. That clica right there is death to our future, to our kids, to everything. The propaganda that they spew is not, it's all bullshit. Who was the tallest cardinal you came across? Tallest? I don't know, man. I guess Freddie Garcia was pretty tall. Longo was kind of tall. Big Chipas is kind of tall, but I don't really know what fucking how tall they are. I'm like 5'7", 5'8", so all them motherfuckers, anyone over 6 foot looks tall to me. Me and the homies in my circle used to go through at least 2 cases of Old English 40s nightly every night. Basically turned out to be a Roman arena between everybody fighting. A prison is Greyhound in now. He's in Colorado in, damn, what's it called? It's a Spanish name. I'd have to look, but he's in Colorado now. They got him. They sent him out of state on an interstate compact. First, they sent him to New Mexico. New Mexico kicked him out. He went to Chicago. He was in the Supermax in Chicago for I think like 10 years, and then they kicked him out, and now he's in Colorado. Spencer Kiko from Maravilla, not Kilo. He was busted down there years ago. Oh, that's a different Kiko though, bro, because the Kiko I'm talking about has been in prison since 1977. He was a cardinal for the M out there. Got busted in 77 for a muerte, and has been in ever since. He goes up for parole every few years or whatever, but that's the one I'm talking about. Johnny Torres is his real name. Johnny Torres, Kiko. 1060 Kuka was banging in late 70s, early 80s. Oh, KUKQ. Yeah, I remember KUKQ. Yeah. He went to Thames, then Menard, then Pontiac, 3 of Illinois' worst prisons. Yeah, he was in all those. And now they kicked him out of over there though, and now he's in Colorado, and I can't remember the damn name now. Out there was about the name Mike Reynolds, the Soul of the Valley. It would come on late at night and play all the. I don't remember that. Mike Reynolds. Good night, fellas. 5 a.m. comes across. All right, Manny. Yes, Cyrus. Have a good night, brother. Have a good time at work tomorrow, whatever you do. I'm an honorary Kripa school, many of them at Craps. It's Kripo way, Kripo. You don't want to be a Kripa. Manny, have a good night, bro. Yeah. South Mountain, yeah, that was the spot. You go up there with the Ruka, look at the lights. Yeah, it was changed to 6. Oh, okay, so it's Waterworld. Castles and Coasters, yeah. They turned that shit in. Or no, remember it was Golf and Stuff. The name of that's Golf and Stuff, bro. They changed it to Castles and Coasters. You used to be able to go into that castle for free and play all them video games and shit. That was the shit. I think the mob has more things to worry about than some fellas that walked away. Look at the NF in Cali. They just had another major indictment. Well spoken, much respect. Right on, G-Thas. Legend City got my Ladmo bag. Uvo, bueno, G. Cricket, show us the M tattoo you got. It's covered, bro. I had it on my back. I actually had Mexican Mafia tattooed on my back, and I covered it up with the big, basically the middle of the Aztec calendar covers it, the whole thing now. I'll take some pictures and throw it on here so you guys can see, but it's no longer there. I never put the actual patch. I just wrote the shit out on my back. Shout out from Florida. What's up, Colin G? Florida in the house. Someone asked earlier if he was in ADX. Look at Sherm from Cali. He's in some crazy lockdown status, more lockdown than damn terrorists. Yeah. So is Chino. He's an MM member from Arizona. Jesse Kanui. Same thing. They got him on no human contact status from when he killed that cop. He destroyed that cop, bro. That was crazy. Manny A, respect. Shout out from Florida. Colin G. Me and Chops drank his mom's beer. She was mad, so we did our first beer run to replace it. Manny, we was young. Is that right? Yeah, Chopper's changed, bro. Chopper's changed. The good thing I'm saying, that dude. We were all crazy, man. Stupid. Heard of good standing men get put in the hat for no good reason. Never heard of Johnny Flores. No, it's not Flores, bro. Johnny Torres with a T. Google it. You'll see him. He's in there. I never heard of Spencer Kiko from Maravi. Died 2 years ago. He was over there also. Look him up, bro. Soy Duke. Just Google Johnny Torres Cali M. He'll pop up. He was made in 77, 78, around there. He killed somebody for Cuate and got locked up for that. Was in there for a while. They tried to hit him. He ended up picking another muerte that almost they turned into a self-defense because he killed the dude that they sent to kill him on the rec yard. Yeah, it's Johnny Torres is his name. They call him Kiko. Game works at AZ Mills, Arizona Mills. I never been there, bro. That was built later. You know what I meant? I used to pay the Mayas to fight each other, and we'd sit up on the bunk with our hooch. Pinche Jojo. That radio show was back in 78. I'm an old Gordian from back in the day. Oh, yeah. See, I was born in 78, David. I'm only 43, bro. I didn't see that one. Buena Vista Complex, he's in, right? Buena Vista. What about La Familia Piña, Sports Bar in T-Town? Yeah, they closed it. I seen that, bro. I seen that when I came to this last time I visited. It's closed down. Good to see someone talking Central Spectrum South East London, mate. Thank you, Guy Murdoch. Oh, you were there last night, right? You heard last night's stories too, huh? Welcome back, brother. I can't tell you how many times a civilian has told me how the Mexican mafia operates. Yeah. Not Gordian, Gordito, stupid spell check. Oh, okay. Gordito from back in the day. Oh, okay. Gordian. I didn't even pay attention to that. I just said it. T-Rilla, hell yeah, G. Hey, Jojo, where's my 2 G's, fool? No, not T-Rilla. Jojo, where's my 2 G's, man? Little bad, just bullshit, bro. Sean Collins, another good video, bro. 530 incomes. Yep, handle your business, Sean Collins. I know, I get it. You gotta get to work, do your thing, bro. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Is Pete Moreno still involved? Yes, he is. Cricket, did you look up the big track? Fuck, I haven't. No, I need to. Let's see. I'm gonna do that shit right now. I know we're right here talking. Oh no, I don't want to do it on there because I'm in the middle of Walking Dead. Hold on, real quick. What's it called? Oh, I got my things up. I'll do it in a minute. I put my keyboard over there because I didn't want to mess anything up. Cricket, did you look up? Yeah, Radio Shack in South Plaza. Man, Radio Shack was a shit. When I got out, they still had a couple Radio Shacks. I bought my son a helicopter or one of them little thingamajiggers what do they call them things? The fly? Whatever. Fucking helicopter. I bought him that shit from Radio Shack. It was cool, man. Yeah, they closed Piñas, Jojo. It's crazy. I believe I was like 22 when I got made, Guy. T-Rilla, I love Radio Shack. Yeah, glad that you came to your senses, sir. Jail sucks, but so much to see and do. Yeah, I know, and I missed a lot of that. I lost a lot of memories and a lot of that interaction throughout my life. But yeah, here I am, full in. Iron Mike. Yeah, you're talking about Mike Cerner from the Dupes. I'm on the Kmart page. You go, Plan Grillo. Orale. 2 G's will be here in about 5 years. They remodeled La Piña. It never opened. Now they got a for sale. Damn, that's fucked up. Spent all that money for that. That COVID, man. Yeah, that COVID fucked a lot of businesses up. Really did. It's crazy. We've got 86 people in here right now. Hope everybody's doing good. We're not really talking about much. We're just reminiscing and kind of bullshitting. But if anybody has any questions, got a serious topic you'd like me to discuss or address, or if you want to ask me something, feel free. That's what it's all about. My motivating factor for what I do is trying to see if I can at least peel away some of the curtains that have been placed in front of the Mexican mafia and what people believe it is to be. Some of the propaganda of how it was started to help the raza and for this, all this stuff you hear, and that it's a brotherhood and carnalismo and love, and I just the ideal situation would be if I could just dry up their fucking recruiting pool. If all these youngsters were just hip to it and be like, man, no way, I'm gonna go that route. In the end, they're going to be in the position that everybody ends up in. I don't care who it is. Does Arizona have PCSY? I think I heard PCSY are deeper now than GP or so. GP is trying to let some return for a dollar figure. Yeah, they have PCs in Arizona. They started some of their little clicas too. I don't think it's deeper than the regular yards yet. It hasn't gotten that big, but and they haven't done that whole money thing yet either. I wouldn't trust that shit anyway. You pay that, you get over there, and they fuck you off anyway. You know what I mean? They don't have a real good record of being men of honor and their palabra. You know what I mean? No matter what people believe. So yeah. But to answer your question, yeah, there's PC yards out here in Arizona. Remember after parties when I was a youngin' at Piña, I had the best. Always got invited everywhere. Orale. You ever hit exit 7? What's exit 7, bro? Remember that. When you're busting, you think you're gonna do and who you're gonna see. When you release, people move and have no time now. Yeah, I lost all my homies, bro. From when I got out and went to visit people, and they were like, people were electricians and all kinds of other shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You guys all sold out. That's really how I thought about it at that time. It's crazy. What do you think of these new gangbangers nowadays? I mean, it's watered down, Tony Kid. I believe that, but I mean, anybody can kill and anybody can do all that damage and throw their life away. So, I mean, I'm not here to judge how hard or not they are. None of that matters to me anymore. I just want, I just want them to open their eyes to where they're headed. Ricky Peña from Westside. Ricky Peña. He said Westside Chicanos, Ricky Peña. I want to see something. Look, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if it's. Yeah, no, I don't know who that is, bro. I thought there was a dude. His name's Garcia or something. They call him Güero from Westside Chicanos. That's the one that they violated Cyclone for talking to at that party. That's why Cyclone went back to prison. I'm glad I spoke to you that day. I did it open my eyes from seeing like a different way than normally. But I do think my head feel. Thank you as well, brother. Thanks to you, really. I appreciate that, bro. Hope it, did it turn out like I said? I mean, really? I mean, and you got my number, fool. I gave you my number. I told you. Any shit like that, I'm here. That's exactly what I'm here for, bro. There ain't no need to get yourself in a jam for, nothing. Yeah, I think us in here bullshitting with each other is awesome. And we all know each other, and that is great. Yeah, get to know. Yeah, Simon. There's no structure, and they don't help the raza out. If you don't benefit them, they think less of you. But if you have the dope sack, everybody right there on your nuts. Yeah, that's the damn truth. Tecatos, majority, and if not, I'd say most. Are you going to do anything on Egypt from Guadalupe? Eventually, I will. Yeah, I mean, he was a big player, so I have to address that. These organizations created their own demise by deeming so many good gente. Now it's crashing down around them. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the damn truth. It's crazy. Let me see. Where are we at here? People getting bored. You guys want to shut this shit down? Come back tomorrow. We've been off about 2 hours and 45 minutes. You're right, David Hines. We're all equal, the same. Live, love, get love. I say we need to be above the petty. Yeah, it's damn true. That's absolutely the truth. It sucks, bro, that, it sucks that, some of us had to go through all that to learn the lessons. And hopefully we can teach the lesson by our, people can learn the lesson through us, what I mean? Hear the story and see. It's different, Megan Kirk. It depends if you're talking about Arizona, it's hard to say for real. I know when I was a member, when I was there, I think they would say active members, 80 to 100, maybe. Would probably sound around there. Good night, Sonny Anaya. You have a good night, bro. I'll see you next time you tap in, brother. It's not a brotherhood. In my days, homeboys did not hurt homeboys, not till the M came to town. Yeah, that's the truth, Soy Duke. Absolutely. See, and that's another thing, man. You got vatos that grew up together killing each other because them dudes that they don't even know, never met, are sane to do it. Damn shame, man. So who's in charge of Guadalupe right now and in Phoenix? Also, so when you say who's got the keys, does that mean they're top dog? Yeah, when the keys just means that they're the ones basically in charge at the time, not really top dog of the thing, but the keys to whatever we're talking about. So if they got the llaves to the yard, then they're in charge of the yard. If they got the llaves to Phoenix, they're in charge of Phoenix. So that's just the slang that was used. And I'm not sure. I guess Cyclone would be Guadalupe, and I don't really know Phoenix right now. Who it would be? I hear different people and different rumors. I don't want to just throw names out there if I don't know them. Start throwing, what I mean? It's not. I just don't have an idea, and I don't want to just start guessing. But Lazy, and he's still good. I didn't know a Lazy. From where, fool, then? Make sure on the way out before you guys leave, hit them up. Right on, Ray Diaz. Shit, we're at 83, brother. It's pretty good right there. I mean, for how many people? 84 right now. For how many people, was on. Have a good night, homie. God bless everything y'all do. Right on, Jojo. Going to sleep. You gone, brother? You have a good night if you are. So was Greyhound mostly addressing Warrior Poet? Well, he was addressing that issue because I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of his stuff lately, but I know he heard through other people that there was, I guess he was saying that Greyhound mentioned his name in a case, in this case, the Wato Head case, and he wanted to address that. And so he sent me the paperwork, and he addressed that. And then obviously you heard I asked the questions that I asked that pertain to me and kind of the path that I'm on. So I just wanted him to address some of that stuff if he could and would. But yeah, his main reason for doing it was he wanted to address what that person was saying about him. I mean, the thing is, Greyhound's, he's doing life. He's stuck in the Pinta forever. All he has left is who he was and his reputation. And when someone is blatantly saying that he basically calling him a snitch or a rat or whatever, he wanted to address that. So, I gave him the platform to do so. Only because the other Vato has a platform. And he didn't, to me, honestly, it wouldn't matter one way or another. That's the truth now. I don't care if he would have or not. I got love for the dude. But, he wanted to address it his way, and so that's what I allowed. I think from New Mexico was in Walls with him in late 2000s. I didn't know him, fool, man. I don't think so. Alrighty, I'm outie. Everyone have a good one. I'll make sure and tap with you crickets. Orale, brother. Ya sabes, T-Rilla. Anytime, brother. Gotta go take my workers to eat. They're crying for food. Damn, Jojo. You're a good boss. Taking them to eat, pay them good money. Better give my 2,000, fool. Have a good night, bro. Martin Galinda, how were you able to sling on the yard without paying tribute? Never heard of the brothers objecting. Good clavo. And as for you making money, why would the bros care as long as they got theirs? What happened there? I didn't even what was that? Martin Galinda, what did he say? I was bringing in the Morena myself, and the one I had was better. They had the dudes running the yard, and once you take money out of their pocket, they plot to stop you. Oh, so they just had someone else bringing in clavo también, and when you brought better shit, they wanted to put a stop to it. Yeah. No. If all this young, brave Mexican raza tried join the U.S. military, yeah, G-Thoughts, you ain't bullshitting. It's absolute. I mean, yeah. If anything, that road would probably be one that, the military, they can get their school paid for, all of that. And if they're any of their, if in their, their quota, they want to be warriors and do this dirt and all that. I mean, that gives them the opportunity, man. Hey, los veo. Gotta wake up early. All right, Duke. Ya sabes, bro. You have a good night, bro. I'm always trucha. You have a good one, brother. I made sure I gave my cut. Yeah. See you tomorrow, T. Villa. Funny story. I had a friend from the neighborhood, and in college, I knew some Japanese student. Turns out I take him to their pad one day, and he recognizes him as the dude he buys from in the projects. No human contact. Does that mean he cannot have visits at all? No, I think he can have visits. They have the TV screen where he can have, if his family wanted to visit him. But the human contact means there's nobody around him. There's no people in cells next door or anything like that. He's like in a section all alone. He goes to showers by himself. He goes to rec by himself. That's what they mean by no human contact. I think he has to have 4 guards at a time. Every time they take him out of his cell, one has to be a lieutenant or above. Stuff like that. As far as family and all that, if they want to visit him, I think they can do so on a TV screen, but it's not like there's no contact visit, obviously, and then there's no behind glass either. It's a TV screen, almost like a Zoom visit. Yes, to cricket. Yeah, he buys from in the project. Cricket are going to come on tomorrow. Yeah, Simon. More than likely I will, brother. I'm out. Peace out, cricket, brother Bobby B. Órale, fool. Ya sabes, bro. You have a good night. All right, fellas, I'm out. Have a good work week. All right, EJG, you have a good night too, brother, out there in Chicago. If your highlight was better than theirs, they wouldn't let you make money till theirs was gone. Yeah, probably. If all these young, brave Mexican youth try joining the U.S. Marine, ranking up as hard as they try going to prison, we'd be running out prisons, but the country. Yeah, no. That's true, bro. Vatos put in so much work and do like crazy kamikaze ass shit for that. Imagine if that type of quota went into the military like that. Yeah, you're absolutely right, G-Thoughts. Or your outlaw talking about minors, 91. The case you was talking about last night when they wanted to hit your girl, was that a federal or state case, please, bro? It was a federal case. We got hit federally. I explained how they got us into the federal case too in that same story. I started it explaining how we were set up by Dreamer in the hotel room and all that. That was the case, and then we knew the murders were coming. Those weren't feds. They picked us up on the federal stuff first. But we had already, from the videos and all that in the hotel room, we knew that the murder, the charges were coming down the line from the state for the murders as well. And they did. They came down the line. Bobby B. All right, food. That shit got cold. Where we at? G thoughts. Exactly. Yeah. Military. That'd probably be the route, bro. Best route. All right, we're coming up on 3 hours. It slowed down, so I understand why you did what you did, because they would only look at all the bad you did, but they overlook all of the good and all the work you put in for them. At the end, it don't matter. Yeah, that's the problem. It don't. None of that shit matters. I mean, that shit's forgotten. It's yeah. People just they look at that. It's like history. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as what you're worth at that moment. Yeah, Bobby P. Appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what you want? Who's this warrior boy Wato talking on cricket and chop? Mateo D. What's up, Mateo D? I addressed that a little earlier in this video, but basically, you know, in a nutshell, he was a Vato that was Skina. He was running around with the Lismo. He wasn't a carnal, never was made. All that other talk, you know, the craziness that comes out is, you know, bull, you know, serial killings and all this bullshit and, you know, whatever. His message is on point. I just wish that he would bring it from the truth. He defeats the purpose with all the rest of that stuff. You just tell your story the way it is, bro. There's no reason to make anything up or pretend or any of that stuff when it's not true. I understand he knows a lot of history. He knows people. I mean, you get that by just doing time with the dudes. But then to sit here and say that he was made, he was a carnal, he was in the internal security, it's ridiculous, and it takes away from the message, because then people just start, you know, seeing it as just some crazy dude talking. And I'm not gonna sit here and back up the lies, so then it turns out it's a liar, crazy dude talking. You know what I'm saying? I will say what it was. He did get betrayed by them. He was there with them, running around doing stuff. He did take part in a few things, but you know, other things that he, you know, the stuff about he was, you know, the politics behind his case of drive-bys is not true. Just so much is just. I just wish he would tell it as it was, and it's just crazy to me because he talks so bad about the M and talks about how, all that stuff, but then at the same time he wants to portray that he was a member, and he wasn't. If he was, I'd say so. It doesn't matter to me, but he wasn't. So why are you trying to portray that you were if they're so bad? It's better to say I wasn't part of it. I ran with them, and they're pieces of shit that betrayed me. This that absolute truth. But all that other craziness, I can't go with that. And I guess he don't like that I can't back that, so he talks shit about me and Chop. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm not gonna disrespect the dude. I'm not gonna go on a back and forth. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you the answer. Like it or not, it is what it is. But as far as all that pull up and I'm this and 40 something years old yelling my hood and all that, you ain't gonna hear that from me. All right, Joey Sigma, you have a good night, brother. See you tomorrow. Gita, it's not political. My to be honest, my aspirations are to be able to just go state to state, city to city, if I could, and visit juvenile halls and juvenile facilities and talk to kids and tell them my story, tell them what, you know, what it led to, and hope that it'll open some eyes. Not that it'll stop knuckleheads, I know that, but at least once they get there, maybe they'll just do their time and get the hell out and not look up to those individuals that they think are the cream of the crop. You know, Cricket, good for them. You were a predator, an apex predator. Good for everybody. You and Chopping Brothers are the same ilk. Walk away from that evil shit. It is evil. Yeah, it's evil. I saw your face change, Cricket. Didn't mean to strike a nerve. I said, but yeah, I don't know, man. I had a recommended video and I just saw it. It is what it. My face. It's cool, fool. I'm good, Mateo. D. It's all good. I mean, that's an honest question. He is who he is. That's the explanation. Only reason my face check. I just don't like sitting here addressing it because I'm giving the dude what he wants. You know what I mean? Now people are gonna go look him up, see what he's talking about, subscribe, and he's getting what he wants. He's gonna become a voice, and I just don't see it as the right voice. You know what I mean? If you watch one of his videos, you see the craziness. It's just all babbling and tears, and he uses some big words sometimes, so he thinks he's this evil genius. And I don't want to give him that time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to give him that notoriety. That's the only reason I like double think when you ask about the dude. Like, I don't know where to go with that. Should I answer? Should I not? But I get it. You guys have questions, and I'm going to answer. You guys, that's what you're here for. So it is what it is. I just gotta assume that most people will see the crazy and turn that shit off and be or watch it for what it is. You know what I mean? The laugh, clown, whatever. No one really knows the person they are in front of. You don't even have to be a gang member to get in someone's face for who knows what. It is better to walk away. Yeah, you're right, La Sila. Absolutely. People just go off at the least thing. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's normal individuals. Bro, I've seen some videos. There was a crazy video on Facebook where some dude, it was got on the camera. The neighbors were fighting about something. That dude came out, blasted the dude, blasted the chick, came back out and like blasted them in the like headshots, like crazy, bro. And it happens all the time. You know what I mean? That you don't have to be no gangster, nothing like that to just lose your temper and not think twice about something. And I think that's the problem. You know, people just need to just calm down, double think it. I mean, I'm not saying that defending yourself isn't righteous. You got people. I mean, I'm no martyr. I'm not gonna just let myself go. You come after me, then let's roll and see what happens. But I'm not looking for it, and if I can avoid it, I absolutely will. I'm not anybody. I don't have the right to take lives. I have already. I know how it feels. It's not a good feeling. It's not glorious. It's not. You can't glorify it. You can't become. It's nothing. And I have regrets, and I hope to never have to do that again. In self-defense, if it ever happens again, it would be in self-defense, and I just hope that I would rather avoid. That's it. So how long when you got in did it take you to get in the mix and then get made? I started going hard pretty quick, Gabriel Moreno. As soon as I got there, I started offering up. I wanted to start the stabbing and doing all that in the joint as soon as possible. I went in at 17, so about 4 years, I guess. Anybody that knows where Report is perpetrating a fraud. He has some stories, but has trouble telling them no truth in that, Vato. You don't have to say I will. Yeah, no human content is like being alive and dead at the same time. Time stops for you, but Mastodon. He's buried alive. He has 2 kids, man. He has 2 kids. He had a baby, and then his girl was pregnant when we went in. Yeah. What you say is very true. Only people we hurt is our family. Absolutely. Martin Galindo, that is the truth. What's up, David Chavez? How you doing, brother? Benefits are great people. Good night, fellas. This was a good one. Thanks, Creek. Órale, bro. Ya sabes, Orlando. You have a good night, brother. Any non-gang members ever made, or was that a thing that I had to be from a street? No, you had to be from a street. Jaime Sanchez wasn't no gang member. He wasn't from an actual gang before he went into the Pinta. It's just about what you do inside. There was non-gang members. You ever listen to Renee Boxer? He could speak, talks like a politician. Yeah, politician or something. He could have been something, but yeah, yes, I have G thoughts. Big respect to you as a cricket. Thank you, bro. Trigger happy. Órale, what's up, bro? Mateo D. Appreciate that. Warrior Outlaw. Look up the name. I said I believe it's him because his middle name is Ricky. Oh, you guys are talking about something else? Cricket, I can tell you're cut from a different cloth. Mark Galindo. Thank you, Bill. Whatever that means. I don't know if that's if you compliment or you're saying I'm not cut with the cloth that. Either way, I don't take no disrespect. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody that donated tonight to that Cash App, thank you. Everybody that did the super stickers and the super chats, I appreciate it. Compliment. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, Martin. Or Martin, whichever way it is. Martin. I'm sure it's Martin. Everybody that did that, and everyone that's just here to talk, share, and we reminisce like a motherfucker on this one. Appreciate that, guys. I'm gonna shut it down. You guys have a good night. Be back tomorrow. Matt, you will. Martin Galinda. Don't matter. Cricket, have a good night. All right, Ray Diaz, ya sabes, brother. You have a good night, bro. Everybody that's here tonight and just took part or just listened, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening to me and for you know, we do it every night. I'm just saying the same shit I say all the time. I appreciate the donations, the Cash App ones, the super stickers, the super chats. Those of you that are here to talk, we're just doing our thing. That's what we do, bro. Just keep doing it with me and see where this shit gets us, man. Never know. You know what I'm saying? Building a community here, build this motherfucker to be huge and actually make some changes. See what we do. A lot of vatos like Ricky don't make that head any bigger. It's already huge. Any bigger in his head won't fit this. Bobby B, don't make me pull your covers, bro. I'll pull your covers, fool. Everybody already wonders who you are. Tie 602. Good night. Look forward to another live. Have yourself a good. All right, Martin, ya sabes. God bless, man. Francisco, good night, bro. Bobby B, see there. Martin. Hey, man, Johnny, military is good, but going to school is better. Yeah, but you can do both. You can make the military pay for that shit. You know what I mean? Not have no debt. Either way. Either way. It's those options are way better than the alternative, you know? Yes, Chavez, David Chavez. Check you out tomorrow, bro. You guys have a good night. I'm going to shut this down. Oh, you know what? Before I do, you need to come out with the catchy cliche on the sign off. I know, do some kind of this is Art LeBeau. How the fuck you do that shit? I'm enjoying the 4-day weekend though, right? Hey, watch out. Before I go, I'm on this platform. Anybody want to come on? I could put the what's that shit called? The link. I could put the link on there, and somebody can come on and talk. I know we didn't get to do it last night because I was on that other one. I'm just gonna put it. We'll wait a little bit. If nobody comes in, we'll shut this down. But I want to give them the opportunity just in case. I know I said I was gonna do it, so I want to make sure that I do. They have some guy in Silverton on no human contact, and it's just there for the same thing. Won't give him a comb or razors. What's Silverton, Jersey? Is that a pinta somewhere? I'm scared to come out. I don't want to end up on the lista. Right? I get it. Anybody that feels comfortable. Bobby B, what's up? Coming on full or what? Get out the closet, fool. It's right there. Whoever hits that link, it'll ask you to put your name. You can click on, talk about whatever you want. Didn't hear from David R tonight. That's right. There's a few people that didn't make it tonight, but it's all right. We got regulars that usually will be on. Anybody want to get on? I say military. I'm still in Arizona. Time will come. He's frozen. I wasn't frozen. I was typing on my phone. My bad. I'm still in Arizona. Time will come. I say military because his vatos feel like a need to join a gang and do violence. What the military will pay you to do. Yeah, you could be a hero. Yeah, yeah. That's why I got you. Oh, get the hell out. I'm not adding that. Oh, you know what? Let's roll. Yeah, it said warrior poet. I added him, but he took himself off. I don't think it was him. Someone clowning, but it's all right. He dropped out quick. Maybe next time. It's all right, Matt. Many join gangs because they have a hard time in school. Yeah, sometimes that's true. That pizza was good. Oh yeah, it was, bro. Orale, I'm gonna shut it down. Then nobody wants to come on. I already put the thing up. I could do it one more time just in case. I know. Orale. Thank you, David Caballero, for that $5, bro. Appreciate that. When you did your Fed time, who was running carnal most of your tiempo? Who was running carnal most of your tiempo? I don't understand the question, Trigger Happy. Who was running carnal most of your tiempo? Instead of cricket, I was going to call you Frozen. No, I was just texting real quick. Let me see where that. I'm trying to look for somebody real quick. I don't know what they're talking about. Instead of cricket, I was gonna go, oh, I think Greyhound stole your show. You got 93 likes. Huh? I know, right? Now all of a sudden everybody wanna throw likes for him. Next time I'm gonna get on with you, play it tonight. I gotta go bed early for work, brother. Okay. I'll buy a mask and I'll go on. I'm avoiding the least. I don't want to be famous for this, you know. I get it. You ever heard of Randy Howard from Tolleson? Yeah. I know the Howard, Theo Howard, and all of them. Yeah, David Chavez. Who was you chilling with? Oh, different people, brother. I was on Yardas where it was mostly hinted just like me. Vatos from the M and Califas, NF and Califas, TS from Texas, there was M from Texas, all different, man. All different. It was a trip. So, Raleigh, we're gonna shut this down. Everyone have a good night. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna end this now. No one wanted to come on. Oswero Pistolero from SWC rolling with the Lismo. I don't know that name. Not that I know of. Only pistolas there was they called him Pistol Pete. Pete Pedro Chaires was his name. His actual real name, they used to call him Baby Boy too. He's from DMA, the South Side. Good night, Trigger Happy. Good night, Martin. Órale.